Welcome to today's side quest. The store run against the clock. Just another day in the life of Mike. Lemonade that hits harder for Mikes that go harder. The world needs more Mikes.
Destiny lies before me, and I don't know how far I have to go, but I know it's farther than
I think it's like a different world out here.
Rivers, streams, mountains, just everything. It's neat to experience it through baseball.
I'm gonna groove one right here. Right there, nice, nice. That a boy, get going, get going, get going, get going, get going, nice, that a boy.
Good, real good. That boy, Rocky! Look at three, Rock, look at three.
This is probably the most unique place in 1920 Oak to spend a summer.
You get 70 to 80 degrees, no humidity. It's perfect baseball weather.
The scenery's a little different than Kansas, that's the main thing that I've noticed.
Just the all-around package of it up here, it's a dream come true.
There's a quality of life up here I really, really appreciate. And then the golfing and fishing, of course.
From the producers of Touching the Game, the story of the Cape Cod Baseball League, comes a new film that gives an inside look at a place where they only play day games.
I think the first 5 days I got about 15 hours of sleep.
We could stay up to about 2:30 in the morning fishing, and still just that evening light out there.
I didn't know if I was going to be able to go to sleep or what, and we're going to be playing like midnight games and everything like that, but I like it now.
The Alaska Baseball League. Our award-winning documentary crew immerse themselves in the heart of the frontier state, in a league that is rich in baseball history, and a vacation destination for any true baseball fan.
Every baseball fan should come up and watch the Midnight Sun game, just to see the atmosphere and what it's like to start a baseball game at 10:30 at night and not have to use artificial lights.
It's a league where lasting bonds are formed, and there is no shortage of knowledgeable and colorful characters.
People here are great. They love their baseball, and they love this league. They come out and they put their heart and soul in it. They really have a good time out here.
And everybody has a story to tell.
This moose is running as fast as he can straight towards me.
They grow these 100-pound cabbages and things.
Bear comes up right behind us. I'm like, what the heck's going on?
And I thought, oh, holy cow, this guy is going to crash. He veered off and missed the scoreboard by, I don't know how he missed the scoreboard, but he missed the scoreboard.
It's a starting ground for future stars, where long road trips can be a grueling but unforgettable experience.
Pitch it right here, bingo!
Bingo hall? I'm staying in cots, but man, you get up there and you got all your team together and you guys are together that whole weekend. It's a blast.
You seriously go through some funny things in there. Create situations that you can talk about years from now and say, hey, remember when this happened, remember when that happened.
The Olympic Village is definitely something you don't really talk about until you kind of had that experience.
It's bad, but it's a funny bad. You just go there, you stay there. It makes you want to be out on the field to play baseball.
It's a place where boys become men, and some of the best amateur baseball in the world is played.
There's no experience like summer in Alaska.
It's there to beat you down. It's there to test you as a human being. And just as life is going to throw some tough things at you, it's going to prepare you for pretty much anything you're going to face in this game. It's just overcoming adversity and can you mentally handle it? And if you can, you're going to get pretty far in this game.
Touching the Game, Alaska.
The path to success in a changing economy has its share of ups and downs. That's why 49th State Brewing Company partners Jason and David came to First National Bank Alaska, where experience matters, local knowledge counts, and understanding Alaska's many frontiers makes all the difference. From Denali Park to downtown Anchorage, we can help you succeed. First National Bank Alaska. We believe in Alaska.
Today at BP, we're keeping oil and gas flowing where and when it's needed.
So we're going to be driving
And increasing investment in the transition to lower carbon energy. Right now, we're driving 46,000 steel beams into the ground for a new solar project that will drive lower carbon energy and support local jobs. Our team has recently expanded our production of renewable diesel, which is expanding its use across the West Coast. Our engineers just connected 12 new wells to an existing platform, connecting the country to more oil and gas at a critical time. We're running more wells on electricity so we can run our operations with lower emissions. Just some of the ways we're turning our plans into action. And BP's wider transformation is underway. While today we're mostly in oil and gas, we've increased global investment into our lower carbon and other transition businesses from around 3% in 2019 to around 30% last year.
In 1986, we started Alaskan Brewing Company. And so we've always tried to reflect the quality that the state has in the beers that we make.
Alaska's beautiful, it's true, it's real.
For 30 years, we've been trying to capture the nature of Alaska and put it in a bottle. Today, 30 years later, we're still making beer in the last frontier.
I think you're gonna like your new nose, Miss Hastings.
And cut.
I'm Steve Martin.
As an actor, it's my job to make people believe that what they're seeing is real. Hey. Hey! That the frustration is real. Man, I'm hungry. Oh, the disappointment is real. 1, 2, 3, 4! Winner! Eat it, Kyle. You're all losers. That the joy is real, but it's not real. It's acting. Wow! It's fantastic!
Or was I just acting?
Only way to find out is to try it yourself.
We are a family business serving Alaskans for over 60 years. Our founder is my dad, Herb Ekman, a German immigrant who started the business in 1963 with his good friend Otto. To this day, the business is dedicated to making products that are distinctive and of the highest quality.
We are live with the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. I'm angry because of the weather alongside Jace Andrews, and thank you for joining us this afternoon for your Bucs on the road against the Peninsula Oilers. We've been in Kenai for a couple of days now, Jace, and weather has been the big story, but I think the kids are finally going to play some baseball.
Yeah, I think is a good word because they've been getting the field ready for, let's say, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Just now getting the tarp off the field. Hopefully we'll get a game in here in maybe 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, maybe never. We'll see.
That's the goal. It was going to be a doubleheader tonight, started at 6 p.m. So we got here. Well, 4 p.m., right? So we got here we were going to go to the stadium around 2, and instead they radioed in and said, no, we're going to play one game at 6 p.m. And then 6 p.m. got by, and we didn't play baseball. And so then they said about 7 o'clock. And then it obviously is not 7 o'clock Alaskan time. So Now 7:30 Alaska time, 11:30 on the East Coast. The Oilers and the Bucs. And Jace, this is an Oilers team the Bucs have now played 3 times, and they are 3-0 against. So having this 5-game series on the road is not a bad thing when you have a team's number.
Yeah, it's huge, especially knowing that you can come in here and really gain a leg up now that you're second place in the ABL as of right now, tied with the Matsu Miners, a couple games back of the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. This is a big series. You come in here, you win at least 3 of them, you got to be feeling pretty good going back to your home in Anchorage.
You mentioned that. The Bucs are now in second place, tied for second place, that is, against a Miners team that's on a skid. This Bucs squad, once 3-5, now 6-6, won 3 out of the last 4, has some momentum, especially offensively. But we talked about it last broadcast. What it's going to take is a lot less walks and a lot less errors for this team to get from good to great.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that they're very good at. There's also a lot of things that they're not very good at.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much that these stats compare each other, where you're first in home runs, or you're first in home runs allowed as well, because you've allowed none. But at the same verb, you are last in errors.
Yeah.
You're now 4th in ERA.
Yep.
These stats for the Bucs don't make sense. I don't know when they will make sense, but I think that's what makes this team so much fun.
Makes it fun. It makes it a lot of fun to cover. One of the things we talked about with Ken Hocup pregame was fun, as well as the demonstrous things we call mosquitoes in the lower 48 that are small birds here. That was all a part of our Full Sail pregame show with Ken Hocup. That is coming up next. It's the Bucs and the Oilers and the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
It was time to update the bathroom.
But we didn't want to break the bank.
Rebath made it effortless. A Rebath design consultant came to our home and presented us ideas and products in a way that made our decisions simple.
They took away the old, installed the new, and gave us the bathroom
we've always wanted.
Style affordably. Call 1-844-9REBATH for your free in-home design consultation today.
Of all the reasons we love Alaska, easy isn't one of them. We like a good challenge, but we also love innovative technology that simplifies our busy lives. Whether you want to make a deposit or pay a bill, check in or check out, or quickly send and receive money, one bank has the online and mobile tools to help you through whatever comes your way. Simple, secure, reliable. Bank on the go. First National Bank, Alaska.
Arby's new Steakhouse Garlic Ribeye Sandwich. Who knew the best thing to come from a steakhouse wouldn't even come from a steakhouse? Arby's did, that's who. Arby's, we have the meat.
Alaska.
Varying.
Drake Toll here alongside head coach Ken Hocup on the Full Sail pregame show. Coach, recently 5 men were lost in a submarine exploring the Titanic, each of them paying $250,000 for a ticket to tour the wreckage. Spell mosquito.
B-I-T-E.
How do you describe Drake Toll here alongside head coach Ken Hocup on the Full Sail pregame show. Coach, recently 5 men were lost in a submarine exploring the Titanic, each of them paying $250,000 for a ticket to tour the wreckage. Spell mosquito.
DITE.
How do you describe the mosquito population of Kenai, Alaska?
Varying. With all the rain right now and the sun that they had gotten before, it's kind of the perfect storm for them. But
Take me through the last couple days for you guys. The rain delay today, then yesterday. You're talking doubleheader tonight. Now it's only one game. It just seems like the logistics here have been nuts.
Yeah, but again, the way I look at things, this is really good for them because they got to learn how to battle through the adversity and learn to deal with things that are out of their control. And this is totally out of everybody's control. The Oilers are doing a great job trying to get the field ready for us. Now it's just up to Mother Nature whether she's going to say play ball or not.
Coach, the bingo hall here has become a classic, a mainstay in the Alaska Baseball League. What does this trip to Kenai mean to this team, and are you glad it's earlier in the year to bring your squad together?
For the squad, I am, but I'm also not, because I know once the dip netting season starts, there's a lot more activity around. There's a lot more things for them to see, and it's just enjoyable. But overall, for us being the first team down here, I think it's very good because, like we've talked about, everybody keeps saying they're getting tighter and tighter, and being stuck in the bingo hall in the rain, it brings them even closer, and it's funny to get in there and listen.
Coach, your team is first in the league in batting average and runs scored in almost every offensive category. Seems like the two things, errors and walks or free passes, that have really plagued you this year, and it's just those two. Has there been a message in limiting that? How do you do it once you've now seen what the makeup of your team is?
I mean, again, it's just on them. So offensively, obviously, we've started buying into our philosophies and being loose and taking good at-bats. Now it's just got to leak into the defensive side and not get uptight in situations. And like on a ground ball, you shut your feet down, or the umpire doesn't give you some calls and then you start trying to throw strikes. It's just going out and playing.
Coach, best of luck tonight. Try not to get carried away by mosquitoes.
They don't bother me. I don't know what's in my blood, but they don't seem to come around me too much.
That's Coach Ken Hokup. He's got off inside of his bloodstream on the Full Sail pregame show. When we come back, first pitch, hopefully, on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Boar's Head has harnessed the power of fire to unlock an intense new flavor. An expertly charred, flame-grilled masterpiece to take your senses to new heights. Because when Boar's Head lights a fire, we ignite an experience worth savoring. New Boar's Head Firesmith Flame-Grilled Chicken Breast. Flavor forged in flame. Available only at the deli and only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
If there's one thing I've learned at Speedy Glass, it's that every chip becomes a crack. Today, I'm going to show you why. When we look at a chip up close, we see tons of tiny cracks that are just waiting to spread. Don't wait for your chip to crack. Repair it at Speedy Glass before having to replace the entire windshield. You'll save time. You'll be back on the road within an hour. Book an appointment at speedyglass.ca.
Speedy Glass Repair. Speedy Glass Replace.
Back from Kenai, Alaska, Drake Toll alongside Jace Andrews on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. And I guess we can tell you what we see. It's about all we got at this point. Both of the teams are still in their respective dugouts or bullpens. The Bucs have come outside and played a little hacky sack, have a couple bats in hand. We have not seen umpires at the plate. We have not seen coaches speaking to umpires. The target start time was 7:30 p.m. It's now 7:34 local time. Jace, after yesterday's game was canceled, the doubleheader scheduled today. That was pushed back to a single game at 6. We're now an hour and a half after that. It has been an interesting 48 hours.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I honestly don't think I've seen an umpire in any of those 48 hours.
I've seen one umpire.
Seen one,
tonight,
okay.
And that was it.
I haven't seen them all.
As of right now, again, the last we heard, the start time was about 5 minutes ago, and it obviously is not going to play there. Let's also mention when we got here, so the field you're seeing right now is not the field we pulled up to. It had a tarp on it when we got to the stadium. They rolled the tarp off, and it couldn't have looked worse. So then which, by the way, credit to the Oilers organization for getting the field as ready as it was.
I was about to say, it looks nice.
They
actually
made the decision to put quick dry on it to dry the field off, and then guess what happened?
It rained.
It started raining again. So the quick dry just turned into more mud, and after working on the field for over 2 hours, well over 2 hours, they finally got to a point where, at least from the naked eye, before you kick this dirt up, it looks playable.
Yeah, it actually looks pretty good, to be honest. I mean, considering the absolute hole at first base that is no longer prevalent, everything kind of just looks pretty decent compared to what it showed up as, and I honestly think this is probably the best it's going to get.
Yeah, I think so. I'm actually shocked we're playing baseball today. As much as they pushed the game back over the course of the afternoon, I'm shocked we're playing baseball. And Jace, we mentioned it. These are two teams that are familiar with one another. The Bucs and the Pilots
Oilers
are both teams that share Mulcahy Stadium in Anchorage. The Bucs and the Miners are two teams that played a couple of nights ago. The Bucs and the Chinooks consider themselves rivals. This is an Oilers team, two friendly organizations that, again, have played 3 times this year. The Bucs 3-0. They've got their number.
Yeah, I mean, it helps when you've beaten a team 3 times already. I think the weirdest thing in summer baseball, especially in this league, is that one team can come out here, beat you 3 times in a row, then the next day you could lose to them via run rule. That's just kind of how this season has gone. So I think you have to take every game like it's your last in some ways and come out here and play your butts off, but it does feel nice that you've played this team 3 times, have 3 wins already, and now you get to play them 5 times here in what hopefully will be 5 full games.
Jace, let's give you a standings update. The Bucs are second in the ABL right now at 6-6 overall, along with the Matsu Miners. The Miners led the league for about a week, and they've now fallen to that second-place spot. Leading everybody, the Anchorage Glacier Pilots, last year's champions, 2 in a row, actually. They're 7-4. So it's Pilots 7-4, Bucs 6-6, Miners 6-6, the Chinooks at 5-6 after 2 straight wins, and the Oilers at 4-6. Anything that surprises you out of the standings for these top 5 teams?
Nothing surprising just yet. I think the biggest thing that we've seen this season is the fall of the Miners, because they were far and away the number 1 team for the good first week, and then this second week has been a little tougher on them. Obviously, Bucs got a couple wins on them, and then on top of that, the Chinooks actually got the win over the Miners as well. And then today, the Pilots playing a doubleheader against Matsu and won the first one. They're playing the second one as we speak. So, I mean, there's a chance that the Bucs could take firm hold of second place by the end of the night.
How about some quick stats for you here? The Bucs are league leaders in doubles, triples, and home runs. They have 7 triples. The next highest team is Matsu with 4. In the home run category, they have 6. The next highest team, it's the Oilers and Matsu tied with 3. They're doubling up everybody else in home runs. RBI-wise, the Bucs have the most in the league by 3. Total bases, they have the most by 34. This team has walked as many times as almost anybody in the ABL. They have more hits than any other team. 1 less run than the Pilots for second place. This squad can hit the baseball.
Yeah, the last time I checked, obviously it's different now that we've had a couple games pop in, but the Bucs were leading in 10 offensive categories at one point.
Yeah.
When you don't know baseball, that is a lot of categories to be leading in.
Now, on the flip side of that, the Bucs have also struck out 101 times this season. That is the most in the league. On the good side, let's go back to the good stuff. We'll throw that in there. The good stuff. Second in the ABL at OBP. Second in batting average. They are first in slugging. And the one that I circle right now, first in stolen bases. They have 29 of those. They've been caught stealing 13 times as well. So there's some volume stealing in there, but it just shows how aggressive this team is.
Well, I think we've talked about it a couple times to Coach Hokuff. This team is a speedy team, and it's an aggressive team. They like to have fun. They're going to let the kids have fun. And there's been multiple times where there's been a guy at first base, and he's called his own number and seen the pitcher go to the home plate, noticed how slow it was, and took off by himself and stole in second. Pendergast, for example, he stole 2 bags in the last game. One of those, he just saw the pitcher was going slow and took off himself.
So, Jace, one would ask, you've given everybody so many great stats, all the offensive stats, how they're so good this year. What has gone wrong? Why is this team 6-6 and not 12-0? Oh,
There's
here
a
you
couple
go.
answers to that.
The Bucs have hit 19 batters. That is the most in the league. Nobody has hit more than the Anchorage Bucs by a whopping 5. The Oilers, who they play today, have only hit 5 batters this year. The Bucs have walked 50 batters, which is no. I read the wrong line. The Bucs have walked 73 batters this season. That is in total 92 free passes given up in 12 games. They've allowed 89 hits, which is not terrible. It's around the league average at this point in the season. But they do lead the league again in hit by pitches, walks, and then maybe another big one, errors. They lead the league in errors. This team, as good as they are offensively, the defense struggles. Yeah, a .939 fielding percentage. The defense struggles, and the pitchers have struggled to find the zone.
Yeah, that's been the biggest downfall to this team because they can score runs. Their pitchers, most of the time when they're in the zone, they're electric.
Yeah.
The problem is you get a free pass, you get a couple errors. There has been so many unearned runs. It's just been a really tough ride when you put people on base for free, and that's for any team, but more so this year for the Bucs.
22 errors this season, along with, 92 free passes?
Yeah.
That is how the Bucs have lost the bulk of their games this year. This squad has given up 72 runs, only 61 of them earned. The team ERA sits at .538, which is second worst in the league. Opponent batting average at .255, second worst in the league as well. The team whip at .159, second worst in the ABL. But they haven't given up any home runs yet this season. There are some inklings of a really good pitching staff, and Mike Sarhat being a big part of that as well. The squad's got it. It's just a matter of putting the ball in the strike zone.
Well, that's the biggest thing. We talked about it coming up to Kenai yesterday. This team has all the makings of an ABL championship-like team. The problem is all that has to come together and play on the field, which we just haven't seen. We've seen some offensive go off on some games, but the problem is that's bounced back by some pitchers, walking guys in, having close games. I mean, we already saw the closest game a couple days ago with the 1-run loss to the Miners, which could have been avoided, but there was a couple errors, a couple walks. There's just these minor errors that if they could fix, they could become a very, very super team.
You know, I'm not sure if the parents that are watching have gotten a full scope over what the week has looked like for the Bucs. It's been a 3-hour road trip to Kenai. The guys are in a bunkhouse at a bingo hall. They're staying in the back of a bingo hall, which is tradition in the ABL. Everybody's done it, from Paul Goldschmidt to Aaron Judge, your son to your boyfriend if you're Eve, staying in a bingo hall. And it's been an experience really like no other. A couple guys went fishing last night because of the off night. The coaches, the staff. This is the trip where everybody gets close.
It's also summer ball at its finest, I think, because you come in here and you got to travel 3 hours away. It's your one road trip of the year, and guess what? You're staying in a bingo hall that we're all pretty sure is haunted in some way because of just what's going on.
Yeah.
But that's tradition. That is the ABL tradition. You come down here, you stay in the bingo hall, you get really close to your teammates. And I will say, last year, the Bucs did this as their last couple games of the year.
Yeah.
This year, you're doing it about third of the way through the season. I think that's going to be really beneficiary to you in the later part because you as a team are coming together early because you're going to be forced to spend basically through these 5 days somewhere above 100 hours together with these men.
Yeah. Well, it is almost national anthem time here from Coral Seymour Stadium. When we come back, let's play baseball in Alaska here on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Man, ballet took forever.
There's no ballet here.
Who took my That could have been bad.
Two. Welcome to today's side quest. The store run against the clock. Just another day in the life of Mike. Lemonade that hits harder for Mikes that go harder. The world needs more Mikes.
When Arby's added bacon to the Wagyu Steakhouse burger, it was like, not bad. Then Arby's grabbed that peppercorn ranch and has never felt more alive. Arby's, we have the meat.
Back here on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network, let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's game between your Bucs and the opposing Peninsula Oilers. First, coming to the plate and leading things off for the good guys, second baseman Cade Lacey from Phoenix College. Lacey bats in the one hole. Batting second, the center fielder Miles Smith from UC Irvine. In the 3 spot, designated hitter Jackson Sorensen out of Iowa Western. Batting fourth, the shortstop Alex Pendergast from DBU. Pendergast in the cleanup. Batting fifth, the first baseman Zach Thomas from LSU Eunice. In the 6th hole, the left fielder Lex Bodicker from University of Central Florida. Batting seventh, the third baseman Jacob Rebrook from Pepperdine. Rebrook batting seventh. In the 8th hole, Dylan Maltby, the catcher from Phoenix College. And batting ninth, the shortstop Curtis Hebert from the University of Portland. Hebert bats ninth. Defensively for the Oilers, left to right across the outfield, Pinkston, Dial, Helfrich. Left to right across the infield, at third base, Forshee. Shortstop Elko. Ujimura plays second. Costello at first. Griffin behind the dish. And pitching today, Arnaud Mulamekic. Jace, what do you know about Arnaud?
Arnaud out of Siena College, the 215 6'6" lefty. This season, a 3 earned run average in 2 games, both starts, one of those against the Bucs, where he went 3 innings, 3 hits, shutout baseball, walking 2, striking out 1. His last outing, though, is where that earned run average bumped up a little bit against the Chinooks on June 13th. In an 8-5 loss, he pitched 3 innings, giving up 2 earned runs on 3 hits, 4 walks, 1 strikeout, facing 15 batters. And the on-base percentage is pretty high because even against the Bucs, it was .385. Against the Chinooks, that rose to .429.
You know, we talked, Jace, about this lineup and how we feel like lately especially Coach Ken Hocup has really gotten it right. He's figured out this team. Not to say he got it wrong the first few games, but now he knows. He knows what he's gotten, and he's been able to put it together successfully. Again, winners of 3 out of the last 4. One of the players that I'm watching out for, the guy that I've circled today who is due, is Lex Bodicker. His average sitting around 400 for the first week or so of the season has dipped to 231. He is ready for a breakout week in these 5 games.
Yeah, he's been a guy who's played a majority of the games, one of 4 of your Bucs who have played in 10 games. And he's got 39 at-bats, which ranks first amongst all batters. He's due for something. 231 is not where a 16 home run guy in the spring should be.
Cade Lacey leads things off for the Bucs this evening. And let's play baseball in Kenai. It's the Alaska Baseball League. The lefty, Mulamekic, the righty, Cade Lacey.
That fits.
That
just
pitch
fits.
is 100% exactly what needed to happen on the first pitch of tonight's game.
That was perfect right there. Lacey, the ABL Player of the Week for the Bucs, too.
Wow. Cade Lacey is ahead 2-0 now. Owns a batting average of .324 this season.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Funny enough, that's like 4th on the team.
11 hits in 34 at-bats. He takes a ball low. He's way ahead, 3-0 here on Mulamekic. I can't imagine being Arnaud, man.
No. Waited this long.
Yeah, I can't imagine being Steven Hernandez for the Bucs either. Same deal. 4-pitch walk to start off the ball game. Cade Lacey stands at first, and that was quick.
Very quick right there.
Now batting number 23, Miles
Lacey gives
Smith.
way to the center fielder, Miles Smith, out of UC Irvine. And partner, I know you've done a lot of study in the last couple days. What more have we had to do up here with all the cancellations? And found some interesting things about old Miles Smith.
Yeah, well, interesting things about his family as well. This his father, Ira Smith, played baseball at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. And he was the first collegiate player to win 2 consecutive NCAA batting titles, where in 1989 he hit 48 and in 1990 he hit 519, which is the 6th highest NCAA in history.
That'll do. Mulamekic goes outside.
Oh, and if that wasn't enough, Smith also acted as a child in various TV shows such as Parenthood, The Cape, and House of Lies.
House of Lies. That's a big one. That's
It's
a bigger one. I don't know if
yeah.
I've heard of the other two. Maybe you have. I have not.
I have not.
House of Lies. Mula Mekic. There you go. Gets into the strike zone. First one of those he's dished today. Now 7 pitches in.
His
and
father,
a 2-1 count on Miles Smith.
Father had a .431 average over his career, which is 14th in Division I history.
Ball way up high, and that's ball 4. Wow, I thought they were going to toss him a bone. It looked like a couple of those were close. All right. I don't mind the count being wrong on my end.
No.
Miles Smith takes first base. Now runners at first and second for the Bucs. 8 pitches, 8 balls for Arnaud Mulamekic.
How about number 30, Jackson Sorensen?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if we're in a College Station right now, it's a lot of
It'd
ball
be
eights
very
going
loud. It'd be very loud. 9th pitch of his outing ensuing. Mulamekic, you mentioned 19 1/3 innings at Siena this year, 22 walks. So control has been an issue, and the ball is soaking wet.
Well, he has 6 walks thus far in the ABL in 2 outings.
He's dealing with Jackson Sorensen. Sorensen takes a ball upstairs. Jackson, a product out of Gonzaga, entered the transfer portal. Now headed to Western Iowa.
Iowa Western.
Is it?
I think it's Iowa Western.
Oh, no. Double check.
You were right. No, I was right. Iowa Western.
There's a strike from Mulamekic. Fastball at 85 and a resounding crowd to welcome the strike.
They were waiting for that.
Look, this is a good turnout for everything that this community.
This is the home opener.
This is the home
opener.
opener.
We haven't mentioned that.
Home opener. The Peninsula Oilers. Ball's way inside. Sorensen ahead 2-1. Again, Mulamekic thought he had the go yesterday. Game gets canceled. Now he's ready to pitch today at 4 in a 7-inning game. Can't. So here he is at 7:52 local time. 2-1. Oh. 3-1. Are we just at a bad angle, or is going to be one of those nights on the Peninsula?
I think it may be one of those nights. Sorensen with a .419 average, though, so, I mean, you're trying to work carefully.
Yes. Sorensen takes strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The Bucs have yet to swing a bat through 13 pitches. I don't think I've ever seen that.
No. May see it here, though.
Payoff pitch from Mulamekic. Swing and a miss. Got him on a sword.
Yeah, that wasn't a good swing for the first one of the game from Sorensen. Just got fooled. Big breaking ball there.
Strikeout number 1 for the Bucs tonight. Comes at a great time if you're Arnaud Mulamekic. But now you got to deal with Alex Pendergast, Dallas Baptist product to the plate.
Who his actual batting average is 300 because they finally, or I say they, the Anchorage Glacier Pilots finally put in their stats for the game against us over a week ago now.
Pendergast takes ball 1. 300, which is good enough for what? 8th on the team?
Yeah, I think so. He also has 4 stolen bases, though, which is pretty good.
It is 8th on the team. The 1-0. That's upstairs. This team is that good. 8 guys batting 300 or better. And again, your league leader in batting average most years will bat 350.
Of the 8, there are 6 of them that have played 6 games or more too. So it's not like it's not like there's a guy with a couple of guys with 1 game and batting 300.
2-1 count from Mulamekic to Pendergast. Takes a ball inside. 3-1 now. Hitters count. You get ball 4 or something you like. Pendergast has a triple, couple of doubles. 4 RBI this season, has walked 5 times, struck out twice. 3-1 pitch from Mulamekic. Checks off second, deals home. Pendergast fouls it out of play to our right. Alex had 16 home runs in his freshman campaign at Kirkwood Community College.
Followed it up with a 45 RBI season the next year.
How many mosquitoes do you think he killed with that foul ball?
Considering the height, trajectory, and the amount of mosquitoes in the air, 50.
Payoff pitch from Mulamekic. Runners go. Pendergast takes it low. The throw at third's in time, but it's not going to matter for anything. No way. Did he ring him up on that?
Yes.
Oh, no.
He did. Pendergast started to head towards first before he realized he was out, too.
All right. Well, runners at second and third now. The steal successful.
That's tough right there.
Well, Pendergast thought the same thing as me.
Now batting number 27.
Two in
Zach
scoring
Thomas.
position, but two down for the Anchorage Bucs. Zach Thomas to the plate, first baseman out of LSU Eunice.
Z-A-C-H Thomas.
Yeah. As opposed to?
Z-A-C-K.
Or Z-A-C.
That's true. Or Z-A-K.
Or Z-A-K. I knew it was Z-A-K in high school. Takes the ball outside. He rung him up on that.
He did.
Okay.
Wasn't a strike.
No, it didn't look like it.
Which is funny because
a little low.
The first couple pitches, he wasn't calling strikes.
Right.
And then that one, it was like, yeah, that's a strike.
Interesting.
Well, here's the good news. With 2 outs, a base hit scores 2 because Miles Smith is scoring from second no matter what.
Thomas, one of those guys batting over 300. He's at 321, and he's ahead 3-0. Has 9 hits this season and 28 at-bats. 5 RBI, trying to add to it. Struck out 3 times, walked 4 times. 3-0's in the dirt. He's on first base, and the bases are juiced. Bucs on board for Lex Bodicker. He's the guy we mentioned in the pregame show. If there's one guy who needs to get hot, one guy who deserves to have a big moment, it's Lex Bodicker.
2 outs in the top of the first with the base loaded. This is a good time to break out of that slump.
Yep.
Very good time.
Lefty on lefty. Lemakic deals a ball inside. Bodicker's 16 home runs this spring at the University of Central Florida. He's ahead 1-0. Breaking ball.
Still looking for that first summer ball home run.
Yeah.
And he's gotten close a couple times. He's hit a couple of long fly balls that just have died.
Bodicker batting .231. 9 hits and 39 at-bats. Despite the .231 average, those 9 hits are top 5 on the team. He's ahead 3-0.
Well, that's the thing is he's played 10 games and he has the most at-bats, so that average is just going to start dipping because of the amount of at-bats you're going to take. I mean, we said it all the time. A 1 for 3 every day is a Hall of Famer.
Yep. 3-0 pitch.
Ball 4? There you go.
That's ball 4. The Bucs are on the board.
There we go.
The most anticlimactic ball 4 you'll ever get. It looked like it was down the heart of the pipe.
I kind of. Well, Lex thought it too because he stood there for a
Lex
second.
was waiting on the next pitch.
He was like, "All right, that's
oh,
cool."
Wow, the Bucs lead, I guess. Well, okay, dude. What? All right. Lex wouldn't have complained a bit.
No, not at all. He literally stood there waiting.
He was
for
waiting for the next pitch. Jacob Rebrook takes a strike.
That kind of wasn't. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh,
you know, it has been a long
we're
day
all
for everybody.
Disoriented. We are all disoriented. Ball way high. Home plate umpire is victim of it as well. And the Bucs lead. Yeah, all caps. The Anchorage Bucs have just tweeted Bucs on the board, all caps. Right. Doesn't quite encapsulate the true vibe of the stadium right now. That dugout didn't move.
Well, I think a lot of them were kind of like turning their faces, trying not to make sure that the umps saw their reaction because, I mean, everybody thought it was a strike. Nobody moved.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lemakic pitch. Swing and a miss. Gets 2 strikeouts. Leaves him stranded, but a run is walked in. It is Anchorage Bucs 1. Peninsula Oilers 0. Costello, Pinkston, 4 sheet of the dish when we come back with the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Of all the reasons we love Alaska, easy isn't one of them. We like a good challenge, but we also love innovative technology that simplifies our busy lives. Whether you want to make a deposit or pay a bill, check in or check out, or quickly send and receive money, one bank has the online and mobile tools to help you through whatever comes your way. Simple, secure, reliable. Bank on the go. First National Bank, Alaska.
Boar's Head has harnessed the power of fire to unlock an intense new flavor. An expertly charred, flame-grilled masterpiece to take your senses to new heights. Because when Boar's Head lights a fire, we ignite an experience worth savoring. New Boar's Head Firesmith flame-grilled chicken breast. Flavor forged in flame. Available only at the deli and only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
Back here from Coral Seymour Stadium, let's meet the starting lineup across the way for the Peninsula Oilers. Leading things off is the first baseman Nick Costello out of the University of San Diego. Batting second, left fielder Drewby Pinkston from Northwestern. Pinkston bats in the 2-hole. Batting third, third baseman Theo Forsey from UC Davis. In the cleanup spot, catcher Ben Griffin from Cal State Northridge. Batting fifth, the DH Brent Wilkinson from Cal State Northridge. Batting sixth, the center fielder Kadeem Diao from Loyola Marymount. Diao bats sixth. Batting seventh, shortstop Michael Elko out of Northwestern. In the 8-hole, the right fielder Leighton Helfrich out of UC Davis. And batting ninth, the second baseman Ryson Ujimori from UC San Diego. Ujimori bats ninth. The defense for your Anchorage Bucs: Bo Dicker in left, Smith in center, Lacey in right, Rebrook over at third base, Curtis Hebert at shortstop, Alex Pendergast plays at second, Zach Thomas is at first, and the battery, Dylan Maltby is behind the dish, catching for Steven Hernandez. Hernandez comes into the game with a 10.50 ERA in the ABL. Hernandez out of Arizona State did not pitch for the Sun Devils this spring. 6'2", 210-pound lefty. 0-2 record for the Bucs. He has pitched in 6 innings and allowed 7 earned runs. Has given up 5 hits, 5 walks, struck out 7 over the course of the 18 batters. I think 38 batters that he has faced. And he deals in a strike right below the knees to Nick Costello out of UC San Diego. Hernandez ahead 0-1. Dishes a ball outside. That was the main talking point. Will remain one. It's so tough as a starting pitcher to get out of there, get out on a soaking wet mound, thinking you would start yesterday. There's a little check swing. He absolutely went. Costello down 1-2. And you have to come out on a funky day today, do it all over again. See if Hernandez can rise to the occasion. He's ahead 1 ball, 2 strikes. Throws a ball just low. Mentioned a good crowd on hand here. Got a few hundred that have packed this place in. Some picnic tables out in left where they're all sitting as well. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 1 for Steven Hernandez. Nick Costello back to the dugout, and there's 1 down here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting left fielder number 2,
brings up Drewby Pinkston. Drewby out of Northwestern. Stands at 5'9", a sophomore outfielder from Smyrna, Georgia, playing in left field today. Takes ball 1 from Hernandez. Pinkston from the Lovett High School. Break strike 1, had a batting average of 133 this spring for the Wildcats. 1-1 pitch from Hernandez. Taken for a ball outside. Had 4 hits in 30 at-bats. Started in 5 games in Chicago. Had 1 home run, a couple of RBI, 10 walks, 11 strikeouts for Pinkston. 2-1, way outside. Hitters count now. To have had a batting average of 133, his 366 OBP was a saving grace. 3 balls and a strike. Hernandez gets back in the zone at the knees. Pinkston doesn't like it. He was walking down to first base. Going to question back to the home plate umpire. Count's gone full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Lefty Hernandez deals. Payoff pitch is hit up the middle to Pendergrass. Moves over to his right 4 or 5 steps. Gloves, throws to first in plenty of time. Drewby Pinkston retired. It's 2 up, 2 down for Steven Hernandez. Brings up Theo Forsey. third baseman today out of
Now
UC
batting number
Davis.
17, Theo Forshee.
Forshee, 6'1" junior. Previously at El Camino Community College out of Redondo Beach, California. This spring, he bat .096 for UC Davis. He's got a base hit here. Takes it opposite field, drops in front of Lex Bodecker, and it's a single, the first base hit of the ball game. This one belongs to Forshee. He stands at first base with 2 down. And now it's Ben Griffin. Griffin,
Now batting number 15,
Cal State
Ben
Northridge.
Griffin.
Slash 295, 333, and 368 there in the spring. In Alaska this summer, over the course of 38 at-bats, has 12 hits for a 316 batting average. Has only struck out 5 times in his 47 plate appearances. Takes ball 1 inside from Hernandez. Slashing 316, 447, 395 for the Oilers. 1-0 from Hernandez. Inside.
Griffin out of Los Angeles, California. Big town.
Los Angeles notably stands for?
Not the table.
No. This one's fairly easy, my friend.
The Angels.
Aha! You got it. Strike. What gave it away?
Well, everything. Considering they have a baseball team and the Angels thought that first.
Yes.
I know Los is the.
Yeah. Angela. Sounds like Angel. Ooh, nice breaking ball from Hernandez. Home plate blue won't bite. Count goes to 3-1. Curveball from the lefty. Another hitter's count. 3-1 to Griffin. Fly out of play.
Foul ball brought to you by Christy Babcock at State Farm.
Count has gone full. Hernandez trying to strand a man at first base. Hernandez payoff pitch. Fly ball. Deep left field. Bodecker to the track. Bodecker at the wall. He jumps and watches it fly over his head.
Number 1 on the year.
The first home run that the Bucs have given up this season. Steven Hernandez went 2 up, 2 down to start the inning, and then Griffin took him yard. It's now 2-1 Oilers. He got all that.
Now batting number 18, Bren Wilkinson.
Bren Wilkinson to the plate. Takes a strike. Talked about it, staying in the zone. Competitive 3-2 pitch. And Griffin took it for a ride. Wilkinson shows bunt. I don't know if he got it back in time. They'll say he did. No, he didn't. Good call.
There you
They
go.
check it down. First base umpire was on top of it.
Wilkinson with a 275 average, 9 runs, 1 triple on the year. 7 RBI, but he struck out 9 times.
Down 0-2 here. Takes the ball low.
I got an interesting stat on everybody. His father was a catcher at Long Beach State.
Long Beach State. Mascot is?
That's not the Dirtbags, right?
It would be the Dirtbags.
It would be, okay.
That's correct. Foul ball. Straight back. Count still 1-2. On the 5-hole, designated hitter, Bren Wilkinson. On a Cal State Northridge. Takes the ball low and outside. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, nobody on. Oilers leading 2-0.
To be fresh.
It's to eat fresh, refresh at Subway. And they're refreshing everything from how they make it to how they bake it to how they bring it to you.
This new Turkey Cali Fresh is incredible. Do you even eat bread? Steph, it's a commercial.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I want that personal price plan. So how's this for personal? I draw mustaches on players' faces when they're asleep.
Coach Reed, you don't need to get that personal to get the State Farm personal price plan. It helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Oh.
Coach, it happened again.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Dylan Maltby to the plate for your Bucs to start the top of the second inning. Welcome back to the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. It's an early deficit for the good guys. A 1 pitch to Maltby. Taken upstairs, Dylan Maltby. 2 for 20 this year. No home runs, no RBI. Local kid out of Anchorage. Hard hit. Radu Jimori at second base. First out at the top of the second.
Now batting number 2, Curtis Hebert.
That'd be incorrect.
Now Curtis Hebert to the plate. Hebert, proud owner of a .433 batting average, batting out of the 9.
If you can believe it.
Talk about a funky game, man. Talk about a funky day altogether. I think it's all put together now, though.
Yeah, I think everything's
the 0-1
somewhat
outside. Well, yeah, we showed up at the ballpark yesterday. The whole team shows up at the ballpark. It was pouring rain. There was no way you could have played.
Yeah.
So they tarped the field. And then today, that's been the other question is, will we play baseball? And now they are, and you can tell both of these teams seem to be a little slow about it so far.
It's 8 o'clock. I mean, it doesn't feel like it, obviously, but it's just been such a weird 48 hours.
Right. Hebert swings and misses. That is strikeout number 3 for Mulamekic. He has walked 4, struck out
now batting number 20, Cade Lacey.
4. Is it 4? You got the book.
That's the 4th.
That's the 4th. Walk 4, struck out 4. Don't see that very often.
Foul ball brought to you by Joseph Cashy-Loftus.
Yeah, that's the 4th.
0-1.
There it goes.
To the 1 hole.
It fixed itself.
Cade Lacey takes the ball high. Get this. Lacey walked in his first at-bat.
What a surprise.
Plate appearance. Lacey
Usually
batting
saying about the other team.
Yeah. Lacey batting .324.
Foul ball brought to you by
Now
the
fouled a
Jonas
couple out of
Brothers.
the stadium. That one off the hood of a white Nissan Maxima, Arkansas plates.
You got the first 3 letters on the plates?
YMA, swing and a miss from Lacey. 4 walks, including a walked-in run, and 6 strikeouts for Arnaud Mulamekic. If it makes sense to you, I'm impressed on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side.
Come into Village Inn and see why the sun rises and sets with breakfast.
It will help us every day, it will brighten all the way, if we keep on the sunny side of life.
Because a good meal is about more than just how it tastes. It's about how it makes you feel.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life.
Village Inn.
Qdoba's new Chicken Diablo nachos are made with hand-diced pico de gallo, which means they're as fresh as... They're also loaded with juicy adobo chicken, flame-grilled in-house, so they're as flavorful as... And they're topped off with fiery queso Diablo, so they're as spicy as... New Chicken Diablo Nachos. Try them today only at Qdoba. United by flavor.
Welcome back to Kenai. We're on the Peninsula here on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. It is Bucs 1, Oilers 2. As the Oilers come to the dish for the second time tonight with Diao, Elko, and Helfrich. 6, 7, and 8 coming up. Diao, the plate owning a .333 batting average, and partner, it looked like the Bucs could go 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the first. Hernandez sat down Costello and Pinkston 1 and 2 quite easily, but then it was a base hit from Forshee and a big base hit from Ben Griffin that put the Oilers up 2-1.
Yeah, it's funny how things can change on you quick. It's kind of how the first inning went, as you had the 1 run off the walks for the Bucs. You give up the 2-run home run in the top of the second. It is strikeouts.
Yes.
That were the main deal.
Ah, yes. The game of baseball. Game Diao to the plate. Diao batting .333.
You know what we need to do? We need to put a scale on the broadcast of how much do we love baseball 1 through 10 and just throughout the game move it around.
Oh, it fluctuates a ton.
It would so fluctuate.
It's like the ESPN chart.
Exactly.
The who's going to win chart.
Instead, it's how much do we love the game right now.
Even when the Bucs were trailing the Miners a couple days ago, feels like a week ago since they last played this silly game. Hernandez is in the zone on consecutive pitches, ahead of ball and 2 strikes. In that game, even when they were down 5 runs, 5-0, it was just this is going to be a game at some point. And it was 7-6 final. Game ended on a questionable strike call, a couple inches below the knee of Jacob Rebrook.
Yeah, very questionable.
Left a man stranded in scoring position that would have tied it.
They left the go-ahead run at first base, too.
Yeah.
Because Pendergast got on that very good walk. And it was Jacob Rebrook who...
Ball's flied into left field. Smith coming over makes the catch.
I think he could cover the entire outfield if he wanted to.
That's probably Lex Bodeker's ball, and Miles Smith in center field said, "Hey, Lex, I got wheels. We're good."
Well, it was the third out of an inning against the Miners, so we didn't mention it. But the third out of the top of the 9th, he roamed about probably 50, 60 yards in maybe, 5 seconds, if that, to get over to a fly ball. It's just insane, his speed. It's lightning in a bottle.
Okay. Well, let's do a little conversating. Let's do a little conversing, if you will. Michael Elko to the plate. He's batting .182. 50, 60 yards in 5 seconds. Would be the fastest 40-yard dash of all time. Covering it first is Thomas. He throws over to Hernandez, and Hernandez drops the ball.
That's why I tried to think of a time that wasn't that.
And then just bam, you're stuck. You were like, all right.
Yeah, I kind of got 50, 60 yards, and I was like, oh, shoot. I should have said 40 because then I would have an actual number.
Right.
But I said 50 or 60, and I was like, all right,
how do I go from
6 seconds and 50 yards. How about
yes,
that?
I'll take that.
There you go.
Leighton Helfrich at the plate. Right fielder out of UC Davis. The Eagles, UC Davis.
The football team?
No. Helfrich, a 0 batting average. Yuji Mori behind him, a 0 batting average. Helfrich, according to Point Streak, making his first plate appearance of the year as that pitch from Hernandez gets away from the catcher Maltby. Now it's runner at second with 1 down. Helfrich, Clayton Valley High School product. It's a 2-sport athlete there before going to UC Davis.
One of his brothers is committed to play baseball at Arkansas.
Swing and a miss. Fastball at the eyes.
I'd say it's pretty important here to try and keep that runner at second base. Don't let him come across. Obviously early in the game, but...
What an astute observation.
It's obvious, you think, but at the same time, runs early can be bigger than they seem.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. Left his shoes in the batter's box. He's down 1-2. Helfrich, that is, the freshman from UC Davis, his first plate appearance of the summer. Oh, and it ends in a strikeout. $1 million breaking ball locks him up. Backwards K, and there's 2 down. You know who sings
Number
this?
27, Bryson Uchimori.
Quinn
92. That's exactly who it is.
I got one.
That's exactly who
There's
it is.
one.
Saw him live in Dallas.
I'm 1 for 50.
Mediocre concert. It was just
Really?
okay. It was just okay.
He
Right.
seems like he's a very
Cool guy.
eccentric guy
Cool
in a way.
guy. A lot of auto-tune. Ryson Ujimori at the plate. Strike.
I kind of get that. He works on songs for a while.
Does he?
Yeah, so, well, according to his process on TikTok, I will say. This is what I see.
Big TikTok guy.
Yes, he posts, and it takes him about a month to he'll release it in a way on TikTok, and then you'll see the edited version about a couple weeks later.
0-1. Popped up. Shallow outfield Lex Bodicker over. Back on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network, Miles Smith to the plate. Your
Swing
Bucs
bada bada.
with a 2-1 deficit. Smith is 1 for 4 this season. Guess what he did in his first plate appearance this game?
Walked.
Yep.
A little bit more about his dad, Ira Smith. He was drafted in the 1990 MLB draft by the Los Angeles Dodgers. He was selected in the 37th round. And he played 14 years in the minors with a 292 average, which is kind of insane because I feel like if you get that average, you probably should get a chance at the majors.
Getting back, huh? Got some chirpers tonight.
We do.
Jeez.
There he goes.
Smith, the second throw,
Safe.
not in time. He's safe.
What a slide by Miles
Wow.
Smith. He slid with his front foot. The tag was coming from Elko at short, and he popped his foot above the tag, slid into the bag, dropped his foot on the bag, above the tag, safe. What a slide. And that was from a pickoff attempt. Move him over.
So now a ball and 2 strikes still.
I
second.
think that's a good call. Obviously, I'm up here, and I'm a Buck.
Yes, you would be a little biased. That is a good point.
But, you know.
Smith at second, a 1-2 count on Sorensen. Sorensen struck out his first at bat. He's batting .406 this year. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, give anything for the Wi-Fi to work. 1-2. Foul tipped in the dirt. You know, I was just feeling around on my temple.
Your temple?
Yes. Like 4 mosquito bites. 1-2 pitch. Sorensen takes it eye level.
I think today will go down as the day in my life that I saw the most mosquitoes
That's unbelievable.
ever.
Willimakic at 53 pitches now. 24 of them for strikes. The 2-2. Inside. I like the Oiler fans.
They're fun.
I've learned that very early. I like the Oiler fans. They're not afraid to say what they're thinking.
Fun fact about Sorensen, in high school, he won state as a sophomore and played all 8 positions.
Payoff. Sorensen fouls it.
Can you name the one that he didn't play?
The one position he did not play was catcher.
Correct.
Thank you.
How'd you know?
I'm a genius.
Or maybe you did your research.
We're streaming now, and it should work. It's just going to look kind of bad. They can't see anything anyway. It's a radio.
I was about to say.
Hey! Alex Pendergast to the plate now. Runners at first and second. Pendergast shows bunt, pulls back, takes a strike. Alex, DBU product, batting .286 this year.
Eve's boyfriend.
He is that. Any other fun fact? Is that your fun fact you have for him on your sheet?
That he's Eve's boyfriend?
Mm-hmm.
I've got a fun fact that Eve is a DBU cheerleader.
0-1 will have to wait. Throw over to Miles Smith. What are the odds that we see a double steal at some point or a hit and run? It's pretty common for the Bucs to call that.
Especially with Smith at second.
Uh-huh.
Sorensen not the speediest, but they're going to throw to third.
Sorensen is not the speediest. That's a good point. 0-1. Pendergast bunts it high in the air, and it's caught. Oh, no. He bunted it straight up. Costello was there. He catches it, and in the meantime, Mulamekic was trying to back up. He's backpedaling out of the way, and he just falls. So now one down. Luckily, he's okay. They helped him up. One down for Zach Thomas. Zach Thomas, in his first plate appearance, walked. Mulamekic has walked 5 and struck out 5 through 2 1/3 today. Thomas takes the ball high. Zach out of LSU, Eunice.
Redshirt freshman.
From Jessup, Georgia. He's seen some skeeters like this. The 1-0. Hit hard right at the shortstop. It bounces. Oh, it's going to be a double play ball. Oh, no.
It's a smart play by Elko.
Unbelievably smart play from Elko. Line to him. He let it drop, picked it up in a double play. That's baseball at its finest. Bottom of the third we go. Bucs still trailing by 1. Had runners at first and second with nobody out, and they squander it on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Okay, let's have some fun, huh?
Check it out.
Imagine how much Mountain Dew is in there.
Hey guys, we should probably drink these fast. Two.
Costello to the plate in the bottom half of the third inning. Drake Toll alongside Jace Andrews with you on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. We're back to the top of the Oilers lineup.
Want to hear my fun fact about Costello?
Yeah, give me your fun fact about Costello.
He's a family of athletes. Dad played basketball at San Francisco State. His granddad played football at Fordham. And his cousin,
granddog?
Granddad.
Bunted. Right back to Steven. Ho!
Good play.
Throws a strike to first base, 93 miles an hour. A nice snag from Zach Thomas. 1 pitch and 1 out. In the bottom of the third, Costello now 0 for 2 today.
Come on.
Brings up Drewby Pinkston.
Drewby, number 2, Drewby Pinkston.
This afternoon. Has a .250 batting average this year.
At a Northwestern.
Has walked 3 times, has not struck out in the ABL.
You say he hasn't struck out, huh?
I say he has not struck out 1 time. Now, it's interesting. The dogwoods are shedding as well, and there's a relative amount of dust. So there's this interesting thing about the broadcast booth. Pinkston watches it outside, 2-0. It looks like the dust might be a mosquito. So I keep clapping at the dust. Yeah, we went on a hike today, and I've never seen anything like it.
It was
never seen. We couldn't continue the hike because there were so many mosquitoes that if you even pulled your hand out of your pocket to get your phone out and take a picture of the hike, you couldn't look up. There could have been a bear on the trail. I would have run square into him.
Yep.
Crawling inside of your clothing. 3-0 down the heart of the plate for a strike.
Well, and all of us had hooded clothing items that were over our faces and tightened so that we could be blocked from all the mosquitoes. Still found ways in.
Yes, they did. 3-1.
Strike.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Steven Hernandez. through 3 consecutive balls to start the AB against Pinkston. Has now drawn the count full. Payoff pitch. Hard grounder to Thomas. He's got time to take it himself. That's exactly what he does. Steps on first base. 2 down. Hernandez has now retired 5 of the last 6 that he's seen since giving up a home run at the bottom of the first to Ben Griffin. Theo Forshee to the plate. Forshee 1 for 1 today. Had a single to left field, was standing on first when Griffin hit that home run.
This is one of the guys trying to get in some work here down in the ABL. As this past year at, what college is this?
Forshee? UC Davis.
UC Davis. He had only 17 games, 12 of those starts. 52 at-bats, trying to get a little bit more experience down here.
1-0 down low. Hernandez the same way, didn't get any playing time at Arizona State. So this is his shot. To get a lot of live action over the course of a summer and improve.
Well, unfortunately, he did have some action prior year as he played at El Camino Community College, where he played 44 games, hitting a tad under 300.
3-0 again. Hernandez started Pinkston 3-0 before sitting him down. Works back into the zone, 3-1.
And Forshee a traveler as he played at UC Santa Barbara his freshman year and the Monterey Peninsula. Just says that. I don't know if that's a high school summer team.
3-1. Broken bat, left side.
Oh.
Bounces off at third base and stays fair. And if he had been paying attention, Forshee could have gotten second base. Rebrook let it roll the entire way, knowing he couldn't make the play, and it bounced off the bag, got into left field. Forshee just wasn't really paying attention to that, so he only stands at first.
I think Kokup is going to come out here and check on it. I mean, it hit the bag. I think it's fair.
It seemed like it went over the bag.
I don't really know what. I think he was just making sure of the call.
It hit third base, went over the bag. It stayed in fair territory.
Very tame conversation. More of a question, probably.
Yeah.
Just kind of what
He's
the official
doing his
call.
job.
Number 15, Ben Griffin.
It's one of those you just go and ask.
Griffin to the plate. Lefty on righty.
Cal
Griffin
State Northridge product.
hit a moonshot to left field in his first at-bat. The first home run that the Bucs have given up this year. Takes a strike. Hernandez showing he's going to compete in this at-bat. There's no pitching around Ben Griffin because of one home run.
No, of course not. And he's been struggling with the strike zone the past couple batters, starting off on 3-0, so this time trying to attack early.
0-1 pitch. Griffin's down 0-2.
Foul ball brought to
How
you
do you
by
answer
Don Dillard.
a home run? You strike a kid out.
Hopefully the same kid.
Yeah. Yes. 0-2. Hernandez deals it back in the zone. It's tipped foul.
He's going right after Griffin.
Yeah.
Griffin came in here with a 316 average, too.
Forrest, he tried to swipe second. He's got to go back to first. Count remains 0-2. See if Forrest, he tries again off of first.
Yeah, no stolen bases at UC Davis.
Griffin takes the ball for a ride foul.
Foul ball brought to you by
Ball
Bill
died
Parker.
pretty quick, though. Only went about 300 feet over there and left.
No marine air here, just moist air.
There's marine air right on the bay.
I guess that's true.
/ Gulf. Whatever it is.
Whatever.
Another 0-2. Runner goes again. Throw to second from Maltby is not in time. Gets away from Pendergast. But not far enough away where he can't corral it quickly.
Maltby throwing off his knees. He made a decent throw from it, but just couldn't get enough oomph.
Now a runner in scoring position.
I think that's one of the most interesting stolen base songs after stolen base that I've heard.
What was that one?
It was very old-timey themed.
Were you listening to the lyrics?
No.
Okay.
I couldn't hear it.
Great. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hernandez deals home and is outside. Started the at-bat 0-2. Induced a foul ball. Has now thrown consecutive pitches outside the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, man at second base. Hernandez gets another foul ball. Steven Hernandez. From Arizona State. Came into the game with a 10.50 ERA. 0-2 in his 2 games started. 2-2. Inside, it might have hit him, and it did. Griffin started an 0-2 hole, gets a hit by pitch. Tack one on to a category the Bucs lead the league in. Number 1 in the league,
number
and hit by pitches.
Wilkinson.
Wilkinson 0 for 1 on the day, dropping that 275 average. He had a 355 average at Cal State Northridge, appearing in 16 games, 7 of those starts. I think if he had 355, I would think he'd have played in more games.
Yeah.
But of course, they could have started him later in the season and maybe caught on.
Big swing and a miss from Wilkinson.
You know you're swinging really hard when you
forget your shoes in the batter's box?
Forget that, but also the momentum takes you across home plate.
Yes. Wilkinson wanted to blow the whole thing open there.
He's outside. Oh, that one's not.
Mosquito on the window.
Mosquitoes are everywhere.
0-1. Swing and a miss again. Come after him, Hernandez.
One pitch here. That's all I need.
No balls, 2 strikes from Hernandez to Wilkinson. Lefty from the stretch, checks off second base. Fires home. Outside, throw to third, gets into left field. Errant throw from Maltby goes off the glove of Rebrook, and it's 3-1 now.
8-2.
With a runner 90 feet away in Ben Griffin.
Interesting game thus far.
This is the most Anchorage Bucs game that you could have asked for to this point. The 1-2 foul. This has been the script the whole year.
Errors and walks.
The Bucs walk some guys, make a few errors, do some silly stuff in the field, get down by 2 or 3 runs, and then just 6th inning comes around. Something clicks with the offense. Ball high. Or on the flip side, the Bucs allow 11 runs. We have seen every end of that spectrum this season.
And more.
For the number 2 team in the ABL.
Again, number 2.
Yes.
And even with a loss here, they're not guaranteed to be back in third.
True. 2-2. Way outside. Hernandez at 3-2. He's got to come back to the zone here. I know you got a 2-day break because of yesterday's cancellation. Postponement, I should say. But you need Hernandez to go deep into this. You want it. You don't want to start your 5-game stretch while your starter only going 3 innings. Ball in the dirt.
Doesn't help. And right now we got a Buck pitcher starting to put his hat on and warm up there in the bullpen, which...
And here comes Bishop Griggs. And
here's the good news. There's a good chance we will have 2 doubleheaders that will only be 7 innings in the coming days.
Yeah.
Well, so there'll be 2 games that are 7 innings, which helps.
Yes, there will be.
But the flip side of that is if those doubleheaders are tomorrow, you're going to really want your bullpen available.
It doesn't help, actually. The Bucs are their best in the 7th, 8th, and 9th.
That's true. That is true.
Bishop Griggs out. Hernandez has struggled. He's struggled this season of the ABL, and really one of the major reasons why his freshman year for the Sun Devils at Arizona State just didn't play. This is his first time seeing live action in a long time, since high school.
Well, that's really hard to just come out here and face. I mean, these are some top guys.
Yeah.
And this isn't just some
Now
summer league
number
going out. I mean, these are guys really want to improve their stats,
Yep.
improve their way, to hopefully either transfer to a bigger school or get ready for a big season with the Division I school this upcoming year probably in a starting role.
Told you Hernandez came in 6 innings, 5 walks, threw 2 2/3 today. He's got 2 walks.
Along with a hit by pitch.
And deals a ball outside to Kadeem Diao. Diao 0 for 1 today, batting .324 this season. 1-0 from Hernandez. Oh, taken for a ride, left field. Is it fair? Yes. Extra bases. And the ball gets out of play.
Yeah,
there is a gap in left field. Ball out of play. It is a ground rule double. So one of the runners who came home will have to stay at third.
Yep.
By a foot.
I think the fans don't understand it was fair.
Right.
There it is. There you go.
The fans believe that the ball was called foul.
It's a fair ball.
They did call it a fair ball. It'll make the score 4-1. Coaching staff of the Oilers will make the case that
he was rounding.
Right.
But no matter what, if it's a ground rule double, you get 2 backs.
Right.
It's not a umpire's decision on if he would have scored or not.
So Diao will be at second.
Correct.
That means Wilkinson will stay at third, and the score will be 4-1.
Now batting number 12, Michael Elko.
Elko, another Northwestern guy. Fun fact about Elko, his father is actually the head coach at Duke for football.
What?
Yep.
Tim Elko?
Yep, Tim Elko. Head coach at Duke.
His dad's Tim Elko?
Yeah, that would be his father's name.
Thank you. All right.
He's also from College Station, Texas.
Jeez. You think Tim had a stint at A&M?
Possibly.
You think Tim's watching right now?
If you are Tim.
Hey,
hello.
Good to have you.
Thank you.
Your kid's at the plate, left-handed batter's box. Mike Elko. His dad's Mike Elko. You told me his dad was Tim Elko. Pop, left side, Rebrook makes the catch. That's the third out. Runner stranded at second and third. Well, you can't just say yes.
Well, you seem pretty confident.
I wasn't. The Oilers get a couple. Your score.
How are you tonight?
Bucs 1, Oilers 4 on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Stay away from my wife.
Hi, I'm Ben Stiller. My job as an actor is making you believe what you're seeing is real. Louise, will you? The pain is real.
That the gold is real. Don't say that about yourself. I know. I know.
But friendship is real.
The real is real.
But it's not real. It's just acting. Wow, that's like really good. Or was I just acting? Only way to know is to try it for yourself.
This is really, really ridiculously good tasting.
Back on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network, Drake Toll alongside Jace Andrews. And Jace, who sings this one?
John Bon Jovi.
No, it's not John Bon Jovi. It is Tom Petty.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have that.
And the Heartbreakers. Back out to the mound, Mulamekic sitting at 59 pitches, 28 strikes, 31 balls. That's not very good, but he's only given up 1 run.
Now batting number 9, Lee Bodeker.
It doesn't help that in the first 2 batters of the game, he had 8 pitches.
Yeah. Got to face Lex Bodeker out of the left-handed batter's box. Bodeker swings out of his shoes. Lex batting average has dipped down to .231. He walked in his first plate appearance. Got an RBI, too. Walked with the bases loaded. What a game for Mulamekic.
Yeah, he's really turned it around since that first inning.
Bodeker. Oh, taps one slow roller, first base side. Flipped to Mulamekic. Oh, they said it's in time? Kenny Barton Martin's asking questions at third. Bishop Griggs is asking questions at first. Ken Hokuff's going to stay put, and they'll say that's what happened. Bodeker gave a little hop, skip, and a jump at first. He didn't like the call.
From my human eye, I think that was Bodeker's base.
What about from your animalistic eye? From your non-human eye?
It was a tie, which then goes to the runner.
There you go. Bodeker gives way to Jacob Rebrook out of Pepperdine. Scoreboard now reads 13-1.
It's 1-1, is what I'm saying.
Oh, thanks.
Because the scoreboard doesn't have that. That's what I was trying to get it without non-verbally.
It's called strike.
It's 1-2, not that.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh.
That was close.
Ball. Did not miss by much.
Where was that to Jacob Rebrook on Sunday?
Yes. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Eye level. Strikeout number 6 from Mulamekic.
Mulamekic had a couple of those pitches where the breaking ball would drop in, and that time it didn't drop. And
how about number 10?
Unfortunately,
Dylan
Rebrook had to swing with it.
Whoa, talk about settling in. Mulamekic is mowing guys down. Called strike on Maltby. I think it's a home opener. We started this game an hour and a half late. We're technically 3.5 hours late. We were supposed to play 2 today.
Yeah.
Home scoreboard reads 13-1, and I don't think they know how to change it. So we're
next commercial break. I know this scoreboard. I'm gonna go help.
Yeah, that would probably be a good idea.
At least I think I know it, unless they change the scoreboard now.
This is a Mount Rushmore of strangest baseball games that have ever existed. Maltby.
Welcome to the Bucs 2023
Taps
season.
it foul.
There's probably 2 of the games on there already.
Yeah. Maltby steps back in. Local kid out of Anchorage. Dylan 0 for 1 today. 2 for 21 on the year. Trying to find some footing. Does have a home run.
Foul ball brought to you by Liz Dalton.
That was against the Camp League All-Stars, so didn't officially count. For his ABL campaign. All taken high.
2020-2021 Alaskan Gatorade Player of the Year with a .410 average, 17 RBI, 15 runs scored, and a .625 on-base percentage in that senior year of high school.
Hey, boys.
1-2.
Will you tell them
Another
to get
foul.
down?
Interesting. I was talking to a couple of guys who were at the ballpark a few nights ago, some local kids. Asked them, you ever played against Dylan Maltby? These Alaska players said have played against him. Well, we had home runs hit against us by him. They wouldn't use the word play. That Maltby name has dominated Alaska baseball for a while up here. He's starting behind the dish today for the Bucs. Takes the ball outside, counts now full.
You just missed the best blooper of the whole night. This guy's running. This guy, that ball runs off the shooter and runs under on the ground.
Yeah.
This guy's got a
Full count pitch here.
Here's the payoff. Maltby pops it up right side. Costello at first makes the catch.
He trips over the kid, lands right on
To the bottom of the 4th we go. But a quick one, a weird one. Bucs trail by 3 on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Feels like just yesterday she was in a car seat. Now she's gonna be in the driver's seat. I guess there's a first time for everything. Today is all about the basics. Gotta have unbeatable focus. Kind of like the unbeatable mileage I get from Chevron with Techron. He knows it helps keep my engine clean, and she knows how to pay with the Chevron app. Everyone's learning today. Okay, next stop, the parking lot. The empty parking lot.
Unbeatable mileage for you and your car. This is Lulu and Lobo.
Ah, it's back!
The woo-woo monster! No! 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 Yeah, I can't take this! We need a new place!
With as low as 3% down on a fixed-rate mortgage, your new home is within reach.
All clear. I went home.
Deep breath, deep breath, deep breath.
Talk to a home mortgage consultant or apply online. This is your way home. This is Wells Fargo.
And A new pitcher has come into the game as we bring you back the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. It is Cade Weegar out of Cal Baptist, 6'5", 215 pounds, a right-hander, pitching in the mid-nines, tops out about 95 miles an hour, out of Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Cade 0-1 this year with a 9 ERA in the ABL, has played in 3 games, 6 innings pitched, has struck out 9, also walked 6, has given up 3 hits. So 3 hits, 6 walks, 9 strikeouts in those 6 innings. Pitched against the Oilers twice over the course of the year, 5 1/3 against Peninsula. Has given up 2 earned runs, 2 hits, has a save against the Oilers, 4 walks in that span, and all 9 of his strikeouts have come against this team at Mulcahy. So it's a squad that he's dominated. As he's going to go over and switch hats with Ben Haar. All right. Weegar gets a new hat, and he's ready to go. Told you that fastball is going to top out at 95. But today, where it's 52 degrees, rainy, and there are mosquitoes everywhere, fastball will be lucky to hit 92. Steven Hernandez's day is done. He was the starter for the Bucs. 3 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, 2 walks, a hit batter, and 2 strikeouts through 16 batters faced. Facing off against Mula Mekic, the pitcher for the Oilers, who's gone 4 innings now, only allowed 1 hit, 1 earned run. That was on 5 walks, all 5 of them coming in the first inning. Mula Mekic has now struck out 6. His day has just flipped entirely. Weegar is coming in to face 8-9-1. Helfrich, Ujimori, and Costello.
We'll be using my scoreboard tonight. The scoreboard is technically meant for a scoreboard that does not have the 9 innings on there.
Oh, no.
And so that's why the box, it just doesn't comprehend what's going on.
Oh, no.
Because I used that scoreboard at my high school.
Right.
We didn't have the 9 innings on there.
Where the scoreboard said 13-1 was not correct. Weegar hits him.
If you could believe it. Good thing we got point streak, right?
Yes. The Bucs have now hit 16 batters. I believe it is up to 16. Aha! 21. It is 21 batters.
That's a 5-person difference there.
Anchorage has struck out 113 people. That is a league lead by 12 strikeouts.
They got the new score.
By 12 strikeouts.
Scoreboard.
They also lead the league in hit batters and walks.
They really didn't get an instruction book of when you make a mistake.
Ball is tapped foul by Ujimori. I am
is,
glad that we get to be involved in the conversation happening below us.
This is fun.
It's been a nightmare.
Can you
17-1 the new score on the scoreboard.
Without looking, can you guess the hometown of Ujimori?
This could get me in trouble.
Okay, how about state?
The home state of Ujimori? California.
Hawaii.
Hawaii, okay. All right. That's my second guess.
2-time Oahu Interscholastic Association D1 honorable mention.
All right. Runner goes. Oh! Possible double play. Miles Smith, center field. I don't think he's going to have time. No, he's not.
That was the longest check swing fly ball I've seen.
Yeah.
Because he did not go all the way through and still got it to about mid-center field. I don't know.
Helfrich back to first. Ujimori to the dugout. And now it's Nick Costello to the plate. Wearing number 26 tonight. Out of the left-handed batter's box, 0 for 2, has a strikeout. That was against Hernandez. Despite being 0 for 2, he's got a .417 batting average.
His cousin is actually a Detroit Tiger in the organization, not in majors yet, but played UCLA. Played at UCLA for 3 years.
Weegar 92, just a little high. All right, so we've got the whole Bucs walk a lot of guys, hit a few guys, other team scores 4 runs early thing out of the way. At what point do the Bucs do the thing where they score more runs than the Oilers?
You know? Good question.
I mean, if you can walk away from this series with 4 wins, even 3 wins, you got to be feeling pretty good.
You do.
Because there's also the inverse. There's walking away with 1 win. Or No wins.
Well, that's why we mentioned coming here. You've had this team's number. I think the baseline is trying to get 3.
Yeah,
that's the baseline. If you can get 4 or 5, that's be amazing.
Yeah,
but
if you can get 3, you're now 5-2 against this team this year, which is tough to do in Summer League baseball, especially in Alaska.
Well, and especially since, given we're having this trip so early, the Oilers will be a team that we do not see much the rest of the season.
Yep. So much parity in this league. The Bucs, they usually beat the Chinooks pretty good. They usually beat the Oilers pretty good. The Oilers have beaten the Pilots and the Miners, who the Bucs have struggled so much against. Another ball. Someone just tweeted at me, "Why did you shave your head?" I didn't.
I'm looking at it right now. It's gone. There's
Guy
no
doesn't
hair.
watch a lot of Bucs games, does he?
Wait, can we do a broadcast where you shave your head?
Oh, they've added another run for the Bucs. Ball low inside.
I think that'd be a fun broadcast.
Yeah. Will we shave my head live?
Yeah. It's 3-1.
3 balls and a strike. Hitters count. What do you get? Ball 4 or something you like. Runner goes. Weaker throws inside. Maltby throw to second.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. That was ball 4. So 1 down. Runners at first and second. Wiegert has walked 1 and hit 1.
Now batting number 2, Drewby Pinkston.
Hey, look, the scoreboard. I think it's coming back to life.
Drewby Pinkston at the plate. Lefty from Northwestern. Pinkston batting .222 this year.
Out of the Lovett High School. That's in the name, apparently.
Similar to the Woodlands. Time is called. Maltby wants to talk to Wiegert. Again, Wiegert, over the course of his time in the ABL, 6 innings, 6 walks. Has struck out 9, though. All 9 of his strikeouts coming against the Oilers. Opening pitch of the AB to Pinkston's up high. Wiegert struggling to find the strike zone.
0 for 2 for Pinkston today, too, so a guy that's not been on base yet.
The 1-0. Low and inside. It's, there's no relief. If Wiegert can't get back in the zone here, you can't do anything about it. It's inning 4 of game 1 in a 5-game stretch up here. Control looking hairy. And it's just him. He's not been close either.
If there's any solace, the mound is very interesting. It's kind of like it's just almost an anthill.
Yep. Soaking wet anthill, if you will.
Yes.
.3-0 from Wiegert. Fastball down the pipe. Way high. They're loaded.
For Forshee, who's 2 for 2.
They're loaded, and Wiegert has given up a walk. 2 walks now and a hit by pitch. That's why they're loaded. But the silly, stupid part of this game is all it takes is a hard ground ball to second base.
And 2 for 1.
No idea. Forshee at the plate. Ball outside.
Gotta find the strike zone here.
Yep.
It's like you said. You're in a 5-game stretch here. The Bucs are just now starting to get somebody in the bullpen warmed up because You've got to have something here.
Swing and a miss. And the Bucs have moved some things around. Pendergast has gone to the dugout. That's Abear at second. Hoke up at short.
Huh.
Strike from Wiegert, though. Ball. Forsey way ahead. Well, 2-1, but feels like a pretty dramatic 2-1. Wiegert fires in the dirt. Three balls and a strike. Hitters count. Wiegert in danger of giving up free pass number 4. Ball's tagged to center field. Smith using the range makes the catch. Sack fly, 5-1 your new score, but Miles Smith flashed the glove.
That's where the speed helps you.
Hey, you got an out. It's better than a walk.
Correct.
You got an out.
And the biggest thing is it also doesn't move anybody up. There's guys at first and second, and it's one gone, so you could possibly, and there's actually 2 gone, by the way, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, there are 2 outs.
Ben Griffin.
Ben Griffin to the plate. You're right. Wiegert, I mean, everybody's slipping around the mound. The ball is soaking wet. Playing surface is drenched. It's one of those nights. There is a righty up and throwing in the pen. One out to Griffin. Almost hits him. Wiegert has 3 strikes, 13 balls in his 16 pitches. Two-0 to Griffin, who is 1 for 1 today with a home run. Fly to center field. Smith makes the catch. That strands runners at first and second. Oliver Brown's in the pen. Bucs to the plate in the top of the 5th, trailing 5-1 on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
They call him the harder farmer, a real bad man with a soft side for hard lemonade. He's got a nose for lemons and for trouble. This time he's back with half tea, half lemonade, and 100%. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Get your hands on some today before the harder farmer gets his hands on you.
When Subway opened, they changed the fast food game. But sometimes you gotta refresh to be fresh. Welcome to the Eat Fresh Refresh, where there's so much new, some say it can't fit in one ad. I say, we're talking a new All-American Club, deli-style oven-roasted turkey, and...
Oh, that's the new steak and cheese.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. That's the one with the new seasoning.
And that was the new MVP Parmesan vinaigrette.
Right, which makes a next-level foot... Hold up, the Subway logo? Wait, I'm out of...
Back on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. Break toll alongside Jace Andrews. Oh, wow, Jace.
This has been a game.
Lemekic back out.
For 10,000 reasons.
Yeah. Did you notice Mulamekic had a do-rag or a headband of some kind underneath his hat, and then he took it off after walking 5 in the first inning, including walking in a run?
You know?
He lost it, and now he's been good.
It was affecting his motion. It was that extra weight on his head. That's all it was.
I haven't seen the sun in days. I haven't seen the sun in days. Curtis Hebert to the plate.
Second baseman now.
Hebert batting in the 9 hole. He's playing second base. Takes a ball high. Pendergast, I guess, has been taken out of the lineup. Middle of the game, because it was Hebert moving to second and Hocuff to short. Unsure if he's not feeling great or what it was for Pendergast at second. It looks like
I see him in the dugout.
The playing surface now, the big bright red hair. The playing surface now has
Foul ball brought to you by the Smith brothers.
Cleaned up.
Yeah.
It
that's
looks
a good noise.
It looks fine.
Fine is a good word,
when we
too.
got to the ballpark, there was a hole at first base.
There was a puddle at third.
Yep. 1-2. Hebert takes outside. Yesterday, the ballpark was drenched. There were an inch of water at short and third. And another inch over at first. It's 3 inches, above average. A lot of water. Ball tapped off the bat of Hebert.
May have gotten lucky he hit that one because he check swinged. It was going on the outside, but it foul off. You don't risk anything.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hebert takes low.
Hebert, the 2021-2022 Alaska Gatorade Baseball Player of the Year. From what high school? South Anchorage.
Yeah.
Good job.
Payoff pitch. Hebert takes in the dirt. All right, Bucks got a man on first. Hebert was down 1-2, works a walk. That's a win. Now it's 1-2-3 due up. Cade Lacey to the plate.
Now batting number 20, Cade Lacey.
Bucks trailing by 4 runs here.
Until that walk, it had been 5 straight set down for the Oilers.
Lacey, foul tip, strike. A lot of these guys sat in a hotel room last night. That's a stretch. A bingo hall, their bunkhouse where they're staying this week. Pulled out the Nintendo Switch, found a little 32-inch TV to plug it into. Played some bingo last night with the locals as well. Was told that Blake Lobel was just a realization away, an epiphany away from $150. Said that he had bingo, just didn't know it.
Oh, no.
Which
that hurts.
Blake Lobel, everybody. 2-1. Fouled out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Wild Bill and Angie Simpson.
Count even on Lacey. Got a 314 average. You mentioned the ABL Player of the Week, one of the 10 for last week. The 2-1. 2-2, I'm sorry. Foul. Interesting strategy, 10 Players of the Week.
Yeah, that doesn't really qualify as Players of the Week at that point. I think it's more or less, in my mind, you're the player for your team for that week.
Right.
I think that's
exactly what it is. Every
it.
team gets 2. Every team gets a pitcher of the week and a hitter of the week. So the league designates a player of the week. Basically, the player of the team. You're exactly right.
And that's what I put on the. That's what you can see down on your ticker down there is Bucs Player of the Week.
2-2 to right field, tracking back as Helfrich. He makes the catch.
Brings up a guy who was not recorded out today. Smith, knock on wood.
Yep. 1 down, Smith to the plate. He has walked and gotten a single into left field.
Now batting number 23, Miles Smith.
He's got a short sleeve hoodie on underneath. A camo top. And the gray bottoms today for the Bucs. Smith takes a strike. All white with a red hat for the Oilers. 0-1 to Smith. 0-2 now. Smith and the University of California, Irvine. Down on the count, 0-2. Mulamekic checks off first base. Fires home. Smith takes high. Told you his batting average in the spring, Smith that is, wasn't spectacular. But his OBP sitting 350, 360 was great. The 1-2. Smith hard contact left side. Nice glove from the third baseman. Forshee throw to seconds in time. Throw back to first is not. Fielder's choice. Smith stands at first. And there are 2 down. Well, he's reached base safely all 3 times he's stepped to the plate now.
Now batting number 30, Jackson Sorensen.
Now it's Jackson Sorensen. Going to Western Illinois, transferring from Gonzaga to Western Illinois. We found out a couple of days ago. Takes strike 1. Sorensen today, 0 for 1, has also walked and has a strikeout, batting .406 this year. 0-1, he's down 0-2 with a foul ball. Bucks have 1 run on 1 hit, 2 errors today. 5 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Oilers. Another foul ball from Sorensen. Are you surprised by the lull today? Swing and a miss. All right, we'll talk about that. In the bottom of the 5th. That's where we go. The Oilers coming back to the plate with a 5-1 lead. Mulamekic gets strikeout number 7 on his day on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
We are a family business serving Alaskans for over 60 years. Our founder is my dad, Herb Ekman, a German immigrant who started the business in 1963 with his good friend Otto. To this day, the business is dedicated to making products that are distinctive and of the highest quality.
When Arby's added bacon to the Wagyu Steakhouse burger, it was like, not bad. Then Arby's grabbed that peppercorn ranch and has never felt more alive. Arby's, we have the meat.
In 1986, we started Alaskan Brewing Company. And so we've always tried to reflect the quality that the state has in the beers that we make.
Alaska's beautiful. It's true. It's real.
For 30 years, we've been trying to capture the nature of Alaska and put it in a bottle. Today, 30 years later, we're still making beer in the last frontier.
It's the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network, or what is left of the brain cells that we once carried.
They're all gone to the mosquitoes.
Sucked out of our bodies. I've got bite here on a knuckle, 3 on my face.
I can physically feel 5 on my legs.
I don't know how these guys are playing right now. They should have a mosquito.
That should be the new mascot here. The Peninsula Mosquitoes.
Yes. A mosquito delay. I've never seen anything like it. Growing up even in East Arkansas, the Delta, the river bottoms, nothing. Still nothing like this. Mosquitoes are quarter sized. Oliver Brown in the game. Wiegert only goes about 23 pitches. So we could come back later on this week to face the Oilers. As Brown is in the game.
Leading out for the Oilers, number 18, Bren Wilkinson.
Does it feel like to you, not that the Bucs don't want to be here? I don't think that's what it is.
Oh, by the way,
but
it's not, just to correct something, Pendergast is at third. It's Rebrook who got taken out of the game.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Doesn't feel like the Bucs don't want to be here. But the lag, as Brent Wilkinson takes a strike for Brown, the lag that comes from 3 hours of travel, You show up, ready to play baseball. You don't play baseball. You come back the next day. Game's at 4 p.m. No, it's not. Then you get on the field. And the field, I'm so impressed with what the Oilers were able to do. This thing was unplayable. Absolutely unplayable a couple of hours ago. And these guys are all looking around thinking, all right, when are we going back to the hotel? What's for dinner? And bam, now they're playing a baseball game. And it applies to the Oilers as well. But you can see the Bucs just look a little slow. Pitch is just outside. I'm glad to see you disagree.
Sorry, I was trying to fix the point streak stuff. But I think it's hard because the last 36 hours, none of these guys have known what's going on at any point in time.
Ball high.
It's been a lot of times where you think you're going to play a game and then you wait an hour. You think you're going to play a game and then you wait an hour. And then you think, oh, we're not going to play, and then now you're finally playing.
Yeah.
On top of which you're staying in a bingo hall. It's your first big road trip. A lot of these guys, maybe their first summers on summer ball. Some of them maybe their first summers in Alaska. Most of them are summers in Alaska. So altogether, it's just kind of an odd scenario. And like you said, it's not that they don't want to be here. It's just there's been so much that has happened in the past 36 hours to now go and play a baseball game. It's crazy.
And that is not to make an excuse for what the score is.
It's also 9:20, which is later than we usually play.
Not to make an excuse for what the score is. Both these teams are dealing with a lot of the same stuff. Man, maybe not the road trip jazz, but the Oilers are now settling in. It's their home opener. And, they've already played a dozen games. But payoff pitch. Nubbed. Hebert, second base, steps up about 6 feet, throws to first in time. One down for the Bucs.
Now batting number 16, coming to you.
So with Brent Wilkinson to the dugout, that's a good walk-up song.
It is. I
should start rating these. I'm glad they have the walk-up songs.
That's what you don't hear often, but it's a good one.
It is Kadeem Diao at the plate. Diao today, 1 for 2, has an RBI.
Have you ever met anybody who was first team All Mission League and Daily New All Arena area team as a senior?
Oh, dude, you're gonna have to really unpack whatever you knew. What?
Have you ever met somebody who was a first team All Mission League player?
No.
Have you ever met anybody who was a Daily New All Area team player?
I can't say I have.
Now you have. Kadeem Diao.
Kadeem Diao.
Northridge, California. Where's that ranking?
It's up there, I guess. 1-0. Hebert again moves 6 feet to his left. On a 2-hop, throws to first. 2 down.
2-4-3 putouts to start the bottom of the fifth.
2-4-3? Don't see a lot of those.
2-4-3 putouts.
I guess 2-4-3 would be
catcher.
Yeah, well, yeah, but
I can tell you. There's a guy at first base. It's a number in front of the plate. Catcher throws to second. Double play as the second baseman gets to first.
Okay, yeah, all right.
That'd be the way it'd happen.
Be a really slow batter.
That's the thing. It'd
is
be a David Ortiz runner.
Yeah. It's accidentally bunted on the plate, and the catcher has time to throw to first, second, and then Hebert back to first.
Or if the batter thinks it's foul, maybe. If it's right in front of the plate.
Yeah, okay, could see it.
A couple of ways they go down. I mean, baseball's a weird sport. We've seen some weird number putouts.
Good case throwing catch out in the bullpen. I think he's just playing pitch and catch. That's me too at this point. It's 9:22. These guys right now are usually about to wind down. Whoa, hey, nice little grab for Zach Thomas. Step on your bag. Go 3 up, 3 down, Oliver Brown. Ha ha. Sight for sore eyes. We're over halfway through this thing. Top of the 6th we go on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. 5-1 the score.
I'm currently the discipline engineering team leader at BP Win. I'm actually a chemical engineer by training. I started my career in the upstream oil and gas division. Spent about 8 years supporting operations, both in onshore and offshore processing platform. I knew I was ready for a change. As luck had it, I ended up in wind on a short-term assignment, which then I knew had to turn into a long-term assignment. think if I were to advise people who are in upstream now and would like to transition into renewables, I would say learn as much as you can about the actual problems that wind farms face, the challenges they have to overcome, and how your skill set can help solve those problems. The general operating principles and operating rigor is the same, whether you're in upstream oil and gas or supporting operations on a wind farm.
Oh, wait, no.
Back on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network, Drake Toll. Alongside Jace Andrews. Jace.
New pitcher.
It's baseball, yeah. New pitcher. Throneberry into the game, huh?
Yeah. I've got some notes on him.
On Connor Throneberry?
I do.
This is certainly not the first time.
No. He's
the Bucs
related
have seen Connor Throneberry
to Marvelous Marv. Name ring a bell at all?
Marvelous Marv of the 1962 original Mets?
Sure. He also played in the MLB from 1955, 1958 through 63. But the big thing was...
He played from 55 to 58 through 63?
No. Like 1955, took a 3-year break, 58 through 63. He had to go, he joined the Army.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
And then he
Should've
came
thrown
back.
that part in there first.
Sorry, yeah. Well, that's why I said it.
Pendergast takes a strike. Yes.
A explanation was coming. It just kind of took a bit.
All right. Throneberry out of Pennsylvania State University, the Nittany Lions.
You know, there's a
6'6", 230.
There's a place called California in Pennsylvania.
California, Pennsylvania. You're kidding me.
Yep. Anyway, Marv, the big thing that I found was he was a 1958 World Series champion with the New York Yankees.
Marv. Playing for the Yankees and the Mets, huh? Pendergast swings and misses.
Oh, boy.
To the dugout he goes. Throneberry, by the way, 0-2 this year. There's the good news. Bad news, 1.80 ERA, 5 games played. 10 innings, 15 strikeouts, 5 walks, 8 hits. Has pitched against the Bucs now 4 times.
Zach Thomas.
The 4th time that Throneberry's pitched against the Bucs. Can't get rid of this guy. He has pitched
He loves the Bucs, apparently.
8 innings against the Bucs and allowed just 2 earned runs. Surprised they're not starting him at some point. Boy, they want to win this game.
Yeah, somebody just needs to tell Sharon that. Oh, did they?
Pull out all the stops.
The problem is trying to correct that scoreboard after they make an impression. I don't know why.
LSU Eunice guy at the plate.
Maybe
Zach Thomas. This is fly to right field. Coming over, making the catch himself. 2 down. It's been a quick game.
It has, but it doesn't feel like it, though. I will say, it does not feel.
It's been a
like
long
it's
day,
been
but a quick game. Long day, but a quick game, I think is the right way to put it. Like Bodeker
There
to
you
the
go.
plate.
Well, I think that's probably why it feels, and I'm sure it feels for both teams too, because they've been here since 4.
Well, and the Oilers, the ones who had to
Yeah, they had
untarp the field and then
treat
put
it.
the tarp away and then put the
Quick
quick
dry.
on it and rake it all around. These guys have had a long day.
There was a lot of quick dry used.
What? There's so many fans here, man. Opening day, not a bad crowd.
And it's 9:27.
9:20, so get the kids in bed. Hey, look, it's the first piece of blue sky that I've seen in a week. Oh.
Welcome to Alaska.
Yeah, no kidding. The 0-2 to Bodeker. Lex swings and misses. Story of my life. Not for him necessarily, but just one of those games for the team. 5-1. Bucs trail. Anchorage Bucs. Baseball Network.
When I first moved to Alaska, my whole family was saying, oh boy, this is a strange phase in his life.
I saw pictures of the place, gorgeous scenery, and then I took a summer job here and fell totally in love with the mountains, the ocean, everything. But I think what kept me here was the people.
The idea of starting a brewery seemed to match and mesh what we enjoyed about our life up here. Each other, beer, working hard, and creating something. When we started out really small, we only sold our beer in Alaska. Now that we sell our beer outside, when I travel and I see our beer, it's neat to think that it came all the way from Alaska and I had a hand in making it. The nature of starting a business in Alaska really was just an extension of what Alaska is all about. There needs to be somewhat of a free spirit, a frontier.
We just wanted to make a living up here and brew beer and have fun. We're doing the best we can to put Alaska in a bottle.
Pirate Shanties on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. Drake Toll alongside Jace Andrews.
We're here.
Something that is baffling, by the way. We are here. And that in itself is very impressive. Oliver Brown back out to the mound.
I think I can speak for both of us here. At
Now
about
batting number 13,
5 o'clock,
Leighton
5:30
Humphrey.
Alaskan time, we were very certain there was not going to be a game plan today.
Well, it felt like a joke. They said, oh, we're going to play tonight. It was going to be a doubleheader, 7 innings each. We're preparing for that. Then we're preparing for no game. To show up, the field's terrible. But you know what? I am, again, wholly impressed with what the Oilers did to get, because the field is more than playable.
When the head coach was raking on the tractor, that's dedication right there.
He did everything he could, and they got it ready. I was shocked they were able to get it ready.
And I think a big reason why is, look at the fans. I mean, the fans are here. They're out for this game. It's an opener. It's 9:30, and it's a pretty nice crowd for that time.
It's a really good crowd. Leighton Helfrich at the plate. A 1-1 count. Yeah, and as he was raking, Alex Pendergast made the nugget to me. He's like, dude, he's just tilling the field right now. It's just moving over wet dirt. But no, they did a really good job getting this thing ready for baseball. 1-1, popped up. Hebert at second. Boy, it's been his night over there.
Yeah, he's played a lot, and he's gotten a lot of outs hit to him. Especially he started the night at shortstop.
Yes, he did.
And
Helfrich retired. Ujimori up.
To go through the process of what happened in that 3-hour span. At about 5 o'clock, they removed the tarp.
Yes.
About 5:30, they started putting the first round of quick dry on, had the tractor out, kind of raking the field, trying to get something going.
Ujimori. Skied to center. Miles Smith is there and makes the catch. Smith and Hebert both.
I think they were
busy
recording
nights.
most outs.
Yeah. Two down.
Then about 6:30, the second round of quick dry came on because during the first round it was raining.
Yes.
Which kind of
defeats the purpose of quick dry. It makes more
It just made it worse. So 6:30, stopped raining. We're able to put the second round of quick dry on, rake that out, and then fix the hole at first base.
Yep.
And at about 7 p.m., they got the tarp ball off the field. And 7:35-ish, 7:40, we started playing ball.
Brown goes outside to Costello. Yeah, they said 7 o'clock. They were gonna. We were going to play at 4. Then we were going to play at 6. Then we were going to play at 7. 7:30, 7:35, 7:40 maybe. We'll say that's what it was. 7:40 tonight when they got this started.
I think 7:40 is probably a good estimate.
Approaching the 2-hour mark here. 2-0. Swing and a miss.
Well, I tell you, if you're watching right now, I appreciate it because it is 12:30 on the East Coast, 11:30 Central Time, right? No, it's 12:30 Central Time. It's 1:30, 3 hours. Yeah. So if you're watching...
Oh, if you're watching on the East Coast, go to bed.
Please.
Look at the score tomorrow morning. 2-2. Oliver Brown. All right. 1 2/3, 11 strikes, 7 balls. You do the math. Brown has been good.
South Anchorage High School.
2-2 from Brown. Oh, pretty breaking ball. That probably crosses.
I really don't know how Costello didn't swing at that, but I think it did cross as well.
It crosses at the knees, but it lands at the feet. You don't usually see that called a strike. I have no rub with it. Full count now. Brown fires. Payoffs just inside.
A couple of good 2-2 and 3-2 pitches, just didn't get the strike call.
Yeah.
Now batting number 2,
The story tonight,
Beeston.
to this point, through 6 innings, almost a complete 6. The Bucs have just 1 hit.
This has not been an irregular game necessarily for why the Bucs are down 5-1. It is fairly normal. Oh, an opposing team has more runs than hits? That's the story of the season. The Bucs only having one hit, that's what's different. By now, it's usually 5-4, 5-5.
I will say, we're getting to the 7th, 8th, 9th, which is where the Bucs make their money.
Yeah, for some reason. All inside. 2-0 to Drewby Pinkston. Otherwise known by those less close to him as Andrew. 0 for 2 today, has also walked.
Funny enough, he played 2 years of baseball in high school, 3 of football.
Wow.
But here he is.
Welcome to the Diamond, Drewby. He's ahead 3-0.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice nod to you if you play 2 years and you immediately get committed to Northwestern. I mean, that's not a...
3 balls, no strikes to Pinkston. Brown trying to come back into the zone. He does so successfully.
Drewby.
Inch or 2 below the knees. 2 umpire giving him a bone.
As an athlete in his family, his grandfather played football at Fort Valley State University.
Okay. Isn't that where Air Bud played?
I believe so.
3-1 outside. Fort Valley State University. Is that right?
FVSU. FVSU.
Wow.
Now batting number 17, Theo Forshee.
Fort Valley is not even a state. Theo Forshee to the plate.
Really? I don't think I believe you. You're going to have to prove that one to me.
Forshee's 2 for 2 today. Has also scored 2 runs, has an RBI. This is his first game in the ABL. Forshee batting 1,000. Thinking this is easy.
He also had a sac fly his last time up.
Brown has walked 2 in a row after sitting down the first 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. The Bucs have walked 5 today and hit 2. One, 2, called strike.
It's a nice fastball right there. Get back in the zone.
Interesting thought. We've gotten to know a lot of these players. Forshee, not one of them. He's new. We've gotten to know a lot of these players for the Oilers, for everybody across the league. These fans are getting to see these guys the first time.
Yeah, this is the first game here on the Peninsula.
For most of these dudes, they got 12 games of stats to go off of. Kadeem Diaz steps to the plate like, oh, well, Kadeem's played 10 games already. Here's his numbers. 1-2 on Forshee. Brown checks off second. Deals home, runner goes. Ball's inside. No throw. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. 2 in scoring position. I might do it.
Do what?
I'm considering. The 2-2 with 2 down. Swing and a miss. Brown strands 2 in scoring position. And that's 3 consecutive innings where the Oilers have not sent anyone across the plate. 5-1, still the score. Bucs with 9 outs, chasing 4 on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Boar's Head has harnessed the power of fire to unlock an intense new flavor. An expertly charred, flame-grilled masterpiece to take your senses to new heights. Because when Boar's Head lights a fire, we ignite an experience worth savoring. New Boar's Head Firesmith Flame-Grilled Chicken Breast. Flavor forged in flame. Available only at the deli and only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
If there's one thing I've learned at Speedy Glass, it's that every chip becomes a crack. Today, I'm going to show you why. When we look at a chip up close, we see tons of tiny cracks that are just waiting to spread. Don't wait for your chip to crack. Repair it at Speedy Glass before having to replace the entire windshield. You'll save time. You'll be back on the road within an hour. Book an appointment at speedyglass.ca.
Speedy Glass Repair. Speedy Glass Replace.
I'm Drake Toll. That is Jace Andrews to my right, and you are the void that we're speaking into. This is the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
If you really think about it.
To the plate is Logan Hocuff.
The Bucs are only a grand slam away.
The Bucs are a grand slam. They're within a grand slam. Hocuff batting 100 this year. 3 for 30. Has come around to score a run. Still looking for RBI number 1. Has struck out 15
Now batting for the Bucs,
times.
number 17, Logan Hocuff.
Those 15 strikeouts do lead the team. Takes a ball, count even at 1-1.
Over the past week, we've seen Hocuff's eye really kind of get trained here in the ABL as he's watched ball 4 multiple times.
5 times to be exact. 1-1 to the shortstop. Elko over a couple steps. Throw to first just in time. 6-3 put out to begin the top of the 7th. Hocuff followed by Maltby, who is followed by Abear. Maltby batting .091 this year, 0 for 2 today.
Now batting number 10,
7
Dylan
strikeouts
Maltby.
over the course of his 20 at-bats. Throneberry, nasty breaking ball, swing and a miss. Slightly foggy, cloudy night in Coral Seymour Stadium, where the Bucs have booked a residency this week.
Here's a question we haven't asked.
Supposed to be, okay, yeah, what do you got? I got time.
Name of the stadiums. We have Mulcahy,
Lee Jordan,
Coral Seymour, and then Herman Brothers.
Yes.
Can you rank those 4 for me? In terms of name. Don't go off of how they look, just specifically name.
I'm going to go Coral Seymour at 4.
I can agree with that.
Herman Brothers at 2. Lee Jordan at 3. Mulcahy at 1.
I can get behind that.
I think Coral Seymour is just wow. That's 2 things that don't seem like the go. It's interesting.
They also don't have coral in Alaska.
Right. Maybe they do. No, they probably don't. Lee
I
Jordan.
think it's too cold.
Lee Jordan's interesting. Bland.
Yeah.
I bet Lee was a nice guy.
Just a name.
But that's at 2 because I just don't really enjoy Herman Brothers. It is kind of, you know what? Herman Brothers goes at 2, actually. It sounds like a law firm. Maltby. High to center field. Dia over and makes the catch about 30 feet from dead center to his right.
I think Mulcahy is the clear one just because of how it's spelled.
Right, and it's
how
just
it
one
looks.
word. It's
Correct.
just Mulcahy.
Correct. And it's plastered well. I know that I said don't take that into effect, but at Lee Jordan Field, it's one sign over top of the scoreboard.
Here you wouldn't know.
You don't know here.
Curtis
And then
Hager.
Herman Brothers, it's on the back of the center field wall, which is where you walk in, technically.
Yes, true.
But
True.
And Mulcahy, it's in very large letters over the scoreboard.
Curtis Abear has struggled a bit today. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout, so his batting average has tanked. .419.
What do we ever do?
Uh-oh. Is he fast enough? Is he fast enough? Yeah, he is.
That's a single.
Infield single for Curtis Abear. He's 1 for 2 today. Now, that would warrant a press box conversation over whether or not it's a single or an error. Would Abear have beat out the throw? It was a bit of a bobble from the shortstop Elko. But Jace Andrews, as the official scorekeeper on the road, you say hit. Hit it
Now batting
is.
number 20, Cade.
Here's my
Lincoln.
thing. You would have to give somebody a hit versus an error. Wouldn't have had to been a spectacular play to get him out. I think that would have had to been a spectacular play because he would have had to get it clean out of his glove and immediately fire it on the run. Hit.
Cade Lacey takes a ball high. What about a little 2-out rally?
The Bucs have done that a couple times this
What
year.
about one against Connor Throneberry?
A couple runs right now sounds nice.
Penn State, Happy Valley, not too far from Williamsport. Home of the Little League Baseball World Series. Speaking of World Series, is LSU knocking off Wake Forest today, meeting Skeens. Paul Skeens will likely go tomorrow for the Tigers. Knocking off LSU beat, it was Wake Forest.
Wake Forest, the Demon Deacons.
Brock Wilkin, former Cape League Player of the Year, 5-seed LSU.
Somebody's got to play Florida for a national championship. Florida was my pick going into it. 2-0 sinks in there for a strike.
How about the run by ORU, though?
Yeah, gotta love those guys. TCU's gone home. That's always nice.
Yeah.
Our resident Baylor grad says.
And I'm from Oklahoma State, which I don't like them either.
2-1.
Foul
Fouled out of the
ball by
ballpark.
Christy Babcock at State Farm.
2 balls, 2 strikes for Lacey with 2 down and Abear off at first. Lacey does lead the team in big bombs as opposed to little bombs. 2-strike pitch in the dirt. Well, you know, not in the dirt, about 6 inches above the dirt. And looking back at it, that ball, it was a fastball. It wasn't a breaking ball, so it stayed pretty true. That could have been called a strike.
That honestly, I think was a strike.
Yeah, I thought it was going to tail off, and I think the umpire did as well.
Runner off.
Full count outside. 2-on. Miles Smith to the plate. He has reached base safely all 3 times the dish. Granted, the last was a fielder's choice.
Now batting number 23, Miles Smith.
Here's a trivia question. When's the last time your Anchorage Bucs had a runner in scoring position? I'll give you a hint. I was 15 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
It's been a while. Oh, Miles Smith.
Is that what, 2016 area?
Something like that. I was 15 and it's probably 2015, 2016. Yeah, Smith takes a strike. He's batting .333. 2016, that sounds right.
2001, right?
Yes.
So, yeah.
2001.
Early 2001?
January of 2001.
That would be early. Oh, I thought that was inside.
0-1, called a strike. Now 0-2. Miles Smith's got to fend a couple off. Throneberry could strand 2 with a strike. Checks off Abear at second. Deals. Oh, he got him. Sure enough. Smith doesn't like the call. The breaking ball, it broke late. I don't know if it crosses the plate
Oilers fans
in
at the
the
bottom of the
zone,
seventh.
but it
It's
was
time
pretty
get
enough
up
to
and
get the call.
stretch.
Backwards K, 2 stranded, 2 innings left on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. Let's stretch or not.
It was time to update the bathroom.
But we didn't want to break the bank.
Rebath made it effortless. A Rebath design consultant came to our home and presented us ideas and products in a way that made our decisions simple.
They took away the old, installed the new, and gave us the bathroom
we've always wanted.
Style affordably. Call 1-844-9REBATH for your free in-home design consultation today.
Of all the reasons we love Alaska, easy isn't one of them. We like a good challenge, but we also love innovative technology that simplifies our busy lives. Whether you want to make a deposit or pay a bill, check in or check out, or quickly send and receive money, one bank has the online and mobile tools to help you through whatever comes your way. Simple, secure, reliable. Bank on the go. First National Bank, Alaska.
Arby's new Steakhouse Garlic Ribeye Sandwich. Who knew the best thing to come from a steakhouse wouldn't even come from a steakhouse? Arby's did, that's who. Arby's, we have the meats.
Speaking of Arby's, that's tonight's dinner. Arby's in Saldana, 16 minutes away from Coral Seymour Stadium. That's the one saving grace for my night right now. That's the one thing keeping me going, is dinner. Oh, this has been a brutal day. Not just the game, but the day in general. Oh, I don't want to sound like a complainer, but boy, we're blessed. We got a great life. Oliver Brown back on the mound. A billion mosquitoes greet us this morning for breakfast. They say hello.
I think we were breakfast to them, actually.
Then we get to the Burger Barn. What do we eat? The Burger Barn? The Burger Bus. It's a bus. It's an old bus of burger. Now, I'll tell you this much. It's one of the best burgers I've had.
That was amazing.
Spectacular fries. And every one of my fries, too. It's 1-1 count now. At the plate for the Oilers is 15 Ben Griffin. Griffin has a home run today. What's it to you? So we go to the Burger Bus. We eat at the Burger Bus. We're kind of pushing time. Now, I got bad time anxiety, to be honest with you. So I'm getting kind of nervous about it. Go and buy our goods. I get a Bang energy drink. I always do. You get your Diet. No, I got a Diet Coke. You got a Dr. Pepper. And then we get a call from Ken Hokoff. Hey, got to play at 6. Play 9 innings. All right, Ken. Griffin. Well, blooper in the right field. It's down for a hit.
Good impersonation, I would say. Good impersonation.
So we go see, so Kenny calls, tells us that much. We decide to eat back in the hotel. We watch this show about engineering failures. The bridge collapses, the Columbia Space Shuttle blows up.
You got to get triangles right, is all I'll say.
There's a bridge collapse at FIU, Florida International. The Columbia thing explodes. Brent Wilkinson's up. And then we leave the hotel, which again, we got attacked by mosquitoes in the morning. We leave the hotel, we get to the ballpark, and we've been at the ballpark since, what, forever?
3:45.
I kept pushing the game back, and then we weren't going to play, and then we were going to play. There was never BP for these guys, for either team. They dressed the field, and here we are, hours later playing baseball. None of it made any sense. It was it's the longest day to ever exist in the history of the world.
If you can believe it, 12 hours ago is when we were breakfast for mosquitoes.
12 hours ago.
It was 9:50. That's about the time that we were around
taking a hike,
the mosquitoes.
trying to see some bears, and instead all we got was mosquito. There's caribou out here as well. It's a neat area.
National bird of Alaska,
Yep.
the mosquito.
The mosquito. 0-2 pitch. Little hit and run action. Ball's fouled high and out of the park. It's been a long day for the guys. They didn't know what to do. They got dressed and ready to go to the ballpark at 2.
Well, on top of which, I mean, they last night had to hang out at the bingo hall, and luckily they got to play some bingo, got to play some of the Nintendo Switch. Today, you wake up, you get ready for the game as much as you can, and then find out you got to wait an extra couple hours.
0-2 fouled out again.
Get to the field, you find out you got to wait some more hours.
Again, should mention, we're staying in haunted hotels, super haunted. So it makes it interesting enough for us.
Yeah.
The guys are staying at a bingo hall in bunk beds. Pretty cool setup, too. The beds are really comfortable. But also, I get it, kind of tough to sleep. 4 to a room, no room. How do I want to put this? There is no real divider between these rooms. So they can just peek over. And so if I'm in room 1 and I yell, Isaac, and he's in room 4, he can hear me.
Well, I think the best way to put it is there's a divider. It doesn't reach the ceiling.
Yes.
So on the top bunk, you could technically reach over and hit the guy to your left.
Runner goes again. Uh-oh, double play ball. Coming in, right fielder Lacey, throw to first.
Not made.
Doesn't happen. Okay. Bold. I'll
Strategy,
take it.
Cotton.
A bold, I'll take it. Kadeem Diao, due up.
Now batting number 16, coming
3 more
to
days
you.
here in Kenai.
What?
We've been here 3 more days. Because today's Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday, so we'll have to play a doubleheader tomorrow at
Correct.
4 o'clock, meaning that we can't go see the Glacier we were going to go see.
No. Then Friday.
It's throwing the entire schedule for a whack. Friday we'll play a game at 6. Saturday we'll play a game at 6. At this point, we should just play one on Sunday. Diao, right field. Is it fair? No.
I believe both these teams have an off day.
Yes, that is right.
I know we do. I
The
can't
Oilers
say.
do as well.
Okay, they do. There you
The
go.
Oilers do as well. Because they got to prepare the
The field.
the bingo hall.
Oh,
not the
that's
field,
right.
The bingo hall for the next team to come in, which rite of passage in the ABL. The bingo hall is somewhere.
Who is the
that
next team?
Aaron Judge and Paul Goldsmith have stayed
Yeah.
in. I don't know. But I feel like it should mean that the Bucs have a couple more off days, because think about this.
Foul ball brought to you by the Jonas
There are
Brothers.
3 teams over in Anchorage competing right now.
Yes.
The Pilots, the Chinooks, and the Matsu Miners. Those 3 have to rotate for the 5 days, the 6 days, where the Bucs are here. So at some point, the Miners will come here, and the Bucs go back, and there are 3 teams
You know
that are
what?
back in Anchorage.
We got some time. I'm going to go take a gander at the schedule here. And we'll go through it.
Give it an old gander, why don't you? 5-1 your score.
Bucs have a run on 2 hits, 2 errors. Shocker.
Yeah.
Oilers have 5 runs, 4 hits, no errors. They do lead the league in errors, the Bucs, that is. Worst in fielding percentage, but man, that offense is good.
Yeah.
0-2. Oh! Throw up all over yourself. It's a bull.
All right, so obviously today you got the game, doubleheader tomorrow to replace the game that was supposed to be played yesterday.
That's right.
You got the game on Friday and Saturday, both against the Oilers.
Yes.
And you get Sunday off. Monday, we're playing the Chinooks at Mulcahy.
Okay, I can do that. Monday's
Foul ball
Chinooks.
brought to you by Don Dillard.
Then you get a Tuesday game. You play back-to-back there against the Miners in Matsu.
Okay, meaning the Pilots are coming here next week.
Correct. No. Yes, it has to be, because we're playing the Chinooks and the Miners. But I swear we talked to their broadcaster, and he said they were later in the season.
He did say that, didn't he? I don't know. I didn't build the schedule. They asked me to, and I said no.
Really?
1-2.
High praise.
Line into center field and down for a base hit. Good piece of hitting from Kadeem Dion.
That was nice. I'll give it to him. That was a solid base hit.
That is the sixth hit of the game for the Oilers.
Michael Elko up, son of Mike Elko, as we learned.
Head coach of the Duke football team.
There is, what did you say, Tim Elko?
Yes. He was a player for Ole Miss, won a national championship for them in baseball.
There you go.
Pitching change.
We do. Why don't you say we take a break?
Yes. Brown is at 45 pitches. Wouldn't be surprised to see the Bucs use him again this weekend. That does it for his day. When we come back, we'll introduce you to the new pitcher. 5-1, the score here on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Man, ballet took forever. There's no ballet here. Who took my coat? That could have been bad.
Two. Welcome to today's side quest. The store run against the clock. Just another day in the life of Mike. Lemonade that hits harder for Mikes that go harder. The world needs more Mikes.
I'm really going to do it. I'm really going to do it this time. I'm going to buy in. I think the Bucs have a shot. The offense, as good as it is late in the game, I think there's a way. Isaac Johnson's in the game to pitch. What can you tell me about Isaac Johnson?
Well, not too much thus far, but...
What do you mean, Jace? What do you mean you can't tell me too much so far? He's pitched like 4 times this year.
I gotta be honest.
Don't be
I
honest.
wasn't ready for the question this time. Most of the time I am.
It's the question that comes every time there's a new pitcher in the game.
Okay, I got it. He's got a 15
Not for the Oilers, number 12, Michael Elko.
You're not making any better here.
1-0 record, though. He's won a game.
He is 1-0.
3 games, all in relief. 3 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, 6 walks, 4 hits, and he's given up 5 runs.
Okay, so 3 innings, 2 strikeouts, 6 walks, 4 hits. He's given up how many?
5 earned runs, and then 7 total. And he throws a ball.
Okay. From Anchorage, Alaska. How far are we from there?
3 hours.
A million miles in my mind.
Technically, if we took a boat, it'd be an hour.
Home is far. Is that right?
Because we could just go across the water.
Yeah? Okay.
We are in a peninsula.
A peninsula? Are you sure? Okay. Is this one of the things that you just kind of say, and then are you sure it's only an hour?
Foul ball brought to you by Don Dillard.
I plead the 5th.
Yeah, okay. Because earlier, when we had a whole conversation about how Tim Elko is Mike Elko's dad, because you said it was, and then it just wasn't.
Listen, I think the mosquitoes have eaten my brain.
Yeah.
I literally can't feel a lot of my body itching.
I don't doubt it. We got to get some. It was funny, ball outside. We put on mosquito spray today, and the mosquitoes audibly laughed. That was the funniest thing they'd ever heard. We put on mosquito spray.
Yeah, it's not. And what's funny is I'm usually not the guy to get bitten by mosquitoes, but you just kind of pick them off.
Not in time. What do you mean you're not the guy to get bitten by mosquitoes?
So usually, say I'm in a group of people, and there's a bunch of mosquitoes.
Let's say that. Let's say you are in a group of people. Now
I am not the one who is getting bit the most.
Okay.
I will say my mother gets eaten alive.
Julie Andrews?
Yes. She gets eaten alive. So having her around helps because they always go to her.
Okay.
Bad thing to say, but it's true.
2-1. Foul. Not getting any Anchorage to Kenai boat results here.
So that I'm going to go, I'm right.
Okay.
I don't even know if it's possible to take a boat, to be honest.
It is. Well, it's just water. You know, it's two port cities.
It's just
We're gonna
water.
get there sometime. High fly ball, left field. Bodecker makes the catch. That's 2 down now. The Anchorage Bucs Twitter account has tweeted, you know what? I still believe.
We do, too.
I've got a feeling.
The 8th and 9th of the Bucs innings.
Now batting number 13, Leighton Helfrich.
Here's a question for the chat.
Yeah, Leighton Helfrich's up at the plate. What do you got?
If
He's 0 for 2 today, so they played Chumbawambas. Tubwa thumping.
Any home remedies for mosquito bites that y'all know of or have?
Y'all. I love it. You just brought y'all into the chat.
I'm a Texan.
Foul ball brought to you by Bill Parker.
Home mosquito remedies.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for.
Yep.
You know, we'll find a video to play tomorrow for everyone to just show what it's like here.
I took a video. You took a video. There's
Yeah?
a couple of videos
Yeah.
we got. That can be our intro tomorrow, just mosquitoes. The land of mosquitoes.
Good pitch from Johnson inside. Say the best way to get rid of mosquitoes around the house.
Well, I don't need that.
Lavender candles, sliced lemons, burning coffee grounds.
How about mosquito bites?
I will look that up. Swing and a miss. Isaac Johnson.
You want to know a fun fact?
Now ahead 1-2 on Helfrich. Are you sure?
It is June 21st.
Okay.
It is 10 o'clock. On July 4th, we will be starting a game right now.
No. Nope. Don't want to think about it.
It'll be fun. Come on.
1-2 from Johnson. So much caffeine. Buzz it by him, all right. Get off
Scare him
my
off plate.
plate.
Scare him off.
He didn't like how close Helfrich was in the box.
Mosquitoes aren't the only thing you have to worry about here.
Helfrich already has 1 strikeout. 2-2 with 2 down. Oh, yeah. Ho, ho, ho.
There you go.
We will have to see you later, Mr. Helfrich. Thanks for playing. It was awful fun. Until the 8th, this has been the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. 5-1 your score.
If there's one thing I've learned at Speedy Glass, it's that every chip becomes a crack. Today, I'm going to show you why. When we look at a chip up close, we see tons of tiny cracks that are just waiting to spread. Don't wait for your chip to crack. Repair it at Speedy Glass before having to replace the entire windshield. You'll save time. You'll be back on the road within an hour. Book an appointment at speedyglass.ca.
Speedy Glass Repair. Speedy Glass Replace.
An alert from Wells Fargo. $107 at Doggy Lover's warehouse. No, I would never. Doggy Lovers, please. You know me. I don't even know where that is. Look, I'm replying deny. See? Oh, come on.
Hello? Wells Fargo. I did not make that purchase.
I didn't do it.
I'm so glad you caught that.
Uh-huh.
Kenai, America.
America. There's got to be another, right? Wait, can we play the game? Play the game.
We have not played the game yet. Jace, let's play the game.
I want your game first, though.
What do I have a game?
What song is playing?
Oh, Jace, what? Oh, this is the only Kenai in America. What do you know?
Wow.
Jace, who sings this song?
Neil Diamond, Sweet Caroline.
Very nice.
All right,
Jace,
you ready for your
let's
actual
play the
game?
real game.
Any guesses?
Okay. Today is Wednesday, June 21st, or if you're a normal American, it's probably Thursday, June 22nd right
Which
now.
is funny because that's what popped up, so I'm going to need to go back a day.
Okay.
Sorry.
Now batting number 30,
Go ahead.
Jackson
Is
Sorensen.
Jackson Sorensen at the plate, left-handed batter's box. Bucks are trailing by 4 runs here into the top of the 8th.
This is not the day, but happy summer solstice as well.
Okay, summer solstice. So what day, what national holiday is June 21st? That's the question. Sorensen takes a ball inside from Connor Throneberry.
Okay, I got a good hint for this one when you need it. I'll give you a first guess without it, though.
National Mosquito Ointment Day.
No, I wish.
All right, fine.
I'd like that for
What's
free.
your hint, Jace?
We have...
Oh, jeez.
We have taken this today in the past 5 hours.
Can we legally say it?
Yeah. No, it's legally said. Legally said, yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess it is legal in this state.
We have
National Caffeine Day.
No, it is not a thing that you would eat or drink or put in your body
But we've
at any
taken
point.
it.
We have
National,
taken it.
Oh, they're going to say that it hit him.
Oh. Or was ball 4?
It must have barely
It was
clipped him.
3-0. It may have been. I don't know.
Okay.
He walked.
Now,
He's at first.
give
Goodbye,
me
Dutch, whatever.
National Bug Spray Day. It would be funny
Now
if it was
batting
that. Would
number
be
6,
fitting.
Alex Pendergast.
Alex Pendergast to the plate. Now the third baseman for the Bucks. Bug spray?
No.
No. Okay, we've taken this.
5 hours. In the past 5 hours. So don't think this morning.
Okay.
If you want, you can panel your
No, it's okay. This is Pendergast takes a ball, chest, level.
I was going to say the man to your right, our social media director, Harper Mayfield. He may
National
have an
Bridge
idea.
Day.
No.
We're taking a bridge.
No. I have a bigger hint. It should.
Pendergast up the middle, double play ball, second in time, back to first. 6-4-3 equals 2. What is today?
You want to know?
Yeah.
National Selfie Day.
Oh, okay, that's pretty sweet. Not really enough to resurrect my day, but
No.
it was good. Makes my heart a little warmer. Oh, just when you thought maybe.
Do you want to know what the International Day is?
The
'Cause
what?
The International Day, because they're different.
Okay, I didn't know there was an international
International
day.
Yoga Day.
Strike is called on Zach Thomas.
Oh, don't worry. We have a doubleheader tomorrow, which means
Yeah,
the
we
first
got a
game will
lot
be
of-
international. The second game will be national.
Strike 2 from Throneberry.
Don't
All right,
worry.
what international day is it?
International Yoga Day. Don't
Good
worry.
for us.
Tomorrow we'll do both.
We did not celebrate.
No.
Right at the shortstop Elko, only a step to his left, throws to first, and first baseman Costello chunks the ball in the air to end the top of the 8th on the Anchorage Bucs baseball network. He's feeling it too, man. It is just brain cells took a nap about 3 hours ago.
Of all the reasons we love Alaska, easy isn't one of them. We like a good challenge, but we also love innovative technology that simplifies our busy lives. Whether you want to make a deposit or pay a bill, check in or check out, or quickly send and receive money, one bank has the online and mobile tools to help you through whatever comes your way. Simple, secure, reliable. Bank on the go. First National Bank, Alaska.
Boar's Head has harnessed the power of fire to unlock an intense new flavor. An expertly charred, flame-grilled masterpiece to take your senses to new heights. Because when Boar's Head lights a fire, we ignite an experience worth savoring. New Boar's Head Firesmith Flame-Grilled Chicken Breast. Flavor forged in flame. Available only at the deli and only from Boar's Head. compromise elsewhere.
Welcome back to the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. Bottom of the 8th. Bucs down to their last 3 outs. Sent Isaac Johnson to the bump. If you're still with us tonight, thank you.
Very, very much so.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. I don't know how you're not asleep, given the time it is across the country. This is the latest the Bucs have played all year, far and away. Not even close.
Leading off for the Oilers, number
Stewart's
27,
Folly's been closed for 6 hours.
Ichimori.
The kitchen, that is.
I will say, good food.
We did go, and it was good. I enjoyed it. For the Oilers, it's 9-1-2. Ujimori, Costello, and Pinkston do up. Ujimori shows bunt and bunts it foul. If he does that twice more, it would be an out.
That would be correct.
Thank you. I don't think he's going to do it twice more.
I don't think so either.
The 0-1. Hard ground ball. Golden glove. Zach Thomas. Do it yourself, big guy. Do it yourself. Isaac Johnson almost runs into him. Thomas is calling him off, and they almost collided. One of those days, I guess. One of those days. 1 out. Again, the Bucs have beaten the Oilers 3 times. They have. They're 3-0 against the Oilers.
Nick Costello.
Our social media manager was just moments away from posting "Wish us Happy Father's Day" at Peninsula Oilers on Sunday.
Yeah.
And now a 5-1 ball game. The Oilers have been all over the Bucs in this. That ball misses about 2 inches off the outside. Good frame from Maltby. Couldn't get the call.
That's a tough one. It's a tough one. It's close.
Umpire's been inconsistent all night.
This is true.
There's a makeup call. Strike 1.
I tell you. It's fun. That's all.
1-1. Yeah. Just misses inside. 2 balls and a strike. Again, the Bucs have just a run on 2 hits. 2 errors tonight as well. We sang their praises all pregame. This ball is popped up to Hebert. About how good this team is offensively. And they said, oh, just watch.
Yeah, it was. 2 hits all day.
Now batting number 2,
Not what you want.
Pinkston.
Came into tonight's game number 1 in batting average. Making 2 in batting average. Batting .272 as a team. Number 1 in home runs. Number 1 in doubles. Number 1 in triples. Number 1 in total and extra base hit. And tonight, that just has not been on display. Thank you. Jace, who's due up in the 9th for the Bucs?
6 hole, 7 hole, and 9 hole, which would be Lex Bodeker.
6, 7, and 9? We're playing the All-Star kids again?
6, 7, and 8. Yeah.
Bat wherever they want to.
Yeah, Lex Bodeker, Logan Hocuff, and Dylan Maltby.
All right.
If anybody reaches, it'll be Curtis Hebert.
Okay. I can deal with that. 3-0? What happens if nobody reaches? Then what do they do?
Then you're gone.
Might as well just play game 2 of the doubleheader right now.
You know what?
Nothing can faze me at this point.
Let's keep going.
3-1.
7 more.
Johnson worked back into the zone with the strike and goes outside. Why not keep the bottom of the 8th going? We're all having such a good time. That puts Pinkston at first, and now Forshee to the dish.
Now batting number 17,
2 for 3
Theo
today.
Forshee.
The Bucs lead the league in at-bats, hits, doubles, triples, home runs, second in RBI, first in total bases by 26 total bases.
Where is this going?
But not tonight. Second in the league at OBP. Second in batting average. The number 1 OPS, number 1 slugging. Lead the league in stolen bases. They are offensive powerhouse. Ball gets away from Maltby. I miss those Bucks. This ship does not buck.
Does not. How's the Twitter account doing? Any life there?
Is the guy who runs the Twitter account still holding on is the question. Poor cat.
We have a cat running our Twitter account? That's
He's
so
going through
cool.
it. Oh, there's a mercy strike. 2-1.
It's like a dog running our Instagram account, or
I'd prefer it at this point. Take the weight off our shoulders. High fly ball. Center field, Miles Smith tracks over 15 feet to his right. Retires the final out of the 8th inning. To the top of the 9th we go, where the Anchorage Bucs might just hit a grand slam on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Arby's new steakhouse garlic ribeye sandwich. Who knew the best thing to come from a steakhouse wouldn't even come from a steakhouse? Arby's did, that's who. Arby's, we have the meats.
Subway has so much new, I couldn't fit it all in the last ad.
Yep, so let me finish this. There's new hickory smoked bacon, fresh mozzarella, smashed avocado. You know what? There's a lot, but it all makes a better footlong.
Can I get a word in?
Sure, take the tagline.
Because you got to refresh to be fresh.
It's the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway, and they're refreshing everything from how they make it to how they bake it to how they bring it to you.
This new Turkey Cali Fresh is incredible. Do you even eat bread? Steph, it's a commercial.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I want that personal price plan. So how's this for personal? I draw mustaches on players' faces when they're asleep.
Coach Reed, you don't need to get that personal to get the State Farm personal price plan. It helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Oh.
Coach, it happened again.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network, to my right is Jace Andrews. I have not been awake since about the 3rd inning. This is the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. 5-1 the score. Lex Bodecker. 6, 7, and 8 due up in the top of the 9th. Bucs need 4. Connor Throneberry back out of the mound, throws a ball in the dirt. At this point, these poor guys, the Bucs baseball team, the Anchorage Bucs baseball team of the Alaska Baseball League, they have not eaten food.
Yeah.
Since
1
noon.
Yeah, maybe then.
Bodecker to left field, the 3rd hit of the game. He's going to round first. Lex Bodecker stretches out a double. Way to leg it, my friend.
Well, we said he was due at the beginning of the broadcast, and
now that's funny.
That's good. 9th inning there, get yourself a double.
That's awesome. Lex Bodecker back in the old hit category. He does have an RBI today as well. Came around to walk in the 1st inning. The Bucs have not scored in 7 innings. Logan Hocuff to the plate. Hocuff batting .097. He is 3 for 31 this season. 15 strikeouts. Popped out in his first at-bat. First pitch of this one, he takes inside. The entire Oilers bullpen has vacated the arm barn. It is Connor Throneberry's game. All he needs is 3 outs.
Just missed that one.
Yep. Not done yet, says our Twitter admin. Technically true. The 1-1 outside. A lively group of kids on the concourse today.
And it is 10-18.
Yes,
They're
adventurous.
They're up. Feeling it.
Somebody accidentally gave them caffeine in copious quantities. 2-1. Woke up a big hat. Takes a steep breath. Steps back in. What time do you think the Arby's kitchen closes? 2-2. Bodeker gets a big jump. Hoka. Oh, that's caught. What a play by Elko. It's short. He struggled to hold on as he was diving to the ground. Hoka retired, 1 down. Bodeker stays at second.
Now batting number 10, Dylan Maltby.
Now it's Dylan Maltby. He's 0 for 3 today, batting .087 this year. Catcher today. Righty on righty. Maltby looking for a hit. Be his 3rd of the season. Pops the ball right side, foul territory, and out of play.
Foul ball brought to you by Liz Dalton.
Real ones do know.
They do.
Bucs with a loss would fall to 6-7. Be a half game out of second place. Maltby a big miss on the breaking ball. We should let these kids hit for the Bucs and just see what happens. 0-2, foul.
Foul ball brought to you by the Smith brothers.
Thornberry checks Bodeker.
That up, he lets you know. And that's not a strike.
Curtis Hebert.
Now batting number
Curtis
2,
Hebert to the plate.
Curtis Hebert.
0 for 2 today. 1 for 2 today. Also has walk and struck out. .438 batting average this year.
He raised it today.
Yes, he did. Vocal fans.
Very much.
In Kenai. At 10:21, by the way.
I know.
A lot of energy. Chirping the former Alaska Baseball Player of the Year. Dylan Maltby as he went back to the dugout. Hebert had 1-0. Count even now.
Michael Sarhat start game 1 tomorrow.
Yes, he is. Big Mike. Fastball at 95. 6'5" Mike Sarhat leads the league in ERA. Thornberry just misses with the off speed. Oilers looking for win number 1 at Coral Seymour Park. In game number 1. This should do it. Hebert pops, skies, DL. Yep. Well, that was a game of baseball that we all got to witness. Drake Toll alongside Jace Andrews. The Bucs come home with just 1 run on 3 hits, 2 errors. For the home team, 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the first time in 4 tries this year. The Oilers get a win against the Bucs. That's a ball game.
What a way to make a homestand start.
5-1, your final on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. That'll do it for us. Somehow, some way. Good night, everybody. And it is still a great day to be a Buc.